Ying because Chaos doesn't really like Ying.
All right.
Okay, well, Capital now.
What?
Why? Like,
That's so racist.
Lion.
Well, let's just wait and see while people at home might hear a little can open. As you just try to... like, it always makes more noise than you think.
Yeah, I tried to do it silently, but...
We have to be fresh, refreshed. Always ready with some nice drinks to keep this voice smooth.
To keep it smooth and steady.
Bananas do the same, but Lion is now banned as we are now going to the defensive bans. And we, of course, expect a Mira. And
Please be right.
Usually an Echo, but we never know.
Mirror and Echo.
Stein is a very...
Come on, hurry up the ban.
Let's just say, focus on getting the right bans, at least 75%. And if it's not, he's crying, and there's the Echo. And I think we can be pretty safe that Mira will be banned.
I don't know.
You don't
They're
know
starting on defense themselves.
So?
Why would you ban
That has
Mira?
never really made a big change.
Well, it might do now. No, okay, good. Huh.
You should trust me, mate.
I was getting worried to not have the 75% mark for once.
Don't worry, be happy is a nice song from the past. As we now see round 1 starting, it will be Vitality attacking and Chaos holding their grounds, hopefully. As they are now setting up, we see a Mute, we see a Bandit, we see a Smoke, a Jaeger, and a Maestro. And Maestro is the only one showing his face, actually. So I don't really like this team compo.
And Dokkaebi.
Monty. I just love seeing a Monty.
I already love that. Yeah,
like,
we're probably going to get a 6
it's
pick
not
out
the fanciest, flashiest playing operator, but it's just so annoying, and you see the hate building up in people.
You see the people being like, what do I do against this thing?
How could this happen to me?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Basically, that
And
goes
you
on
just
in
try
their
to
head.
run around, turn around, and we see the Glass and Zephyr.
Don't spectate.
Get out of here.
No spectate on Zephyr.
Well, hopefully he'll bring it in later in this map, or maybe in the following ones. That's if we see it being banned. At least the Glass is now coming out, and that for the kids' dorms isn't the worst. So Blackbeard might have been a little bit better. My colleague is now spilling drink on his desk because he doesn't see a Monty, and he is so annoyed.
Just a little bit. Oh, it's nothing.
No, it's nothing.
It's just 3 drops. Alright.
Yeah, and a little bit on your hand, and oh my, you're getting cleaner by the second. I don't know how, I don't know why. Yesterday I was thinking about the blue sky. Vitality now getting on the attack. Luckily production is so proactively to clean up your mistakes, and hopefully will not kick out the power as you did earlier in this tournament. And,
all my mistakes are just showing up right now.
Yeah, I just love to show you what you've done wrong, so you can improve. You won't forget.
I'll never forget. I don't forget anything.
And improve. Are you an elephant?
Except what bans they had, because I forgot that somehow.
Oh yeah, that's what I have as well. Scripts just destroys a few drones, but now it is Vitality getting in slowly, very slowly. In fact, of course, they don't have a Nash or another very proactive pusher.
Yep.
As they need to keep all that utility in check, and of course, the Glass from long range can do quite a lot.
Now, it really is going to depend on the first pick and where this is going to be found. Who's going to be doing well on this round. Now, at least we're seeing somewhat of an advanced hold downstairs now. We haven't really seen this much. Like, we've seen quite of a loose hold, and it seems like it's actually all coming through. Secretly getting the first kill on Bibu, and that means that Dokkaebi is going to be off the board, so no need to worry about these phone calls whatsoever. Which is a good thing for Chaos if they want to, you know, just roam around like this. Beautiful headshot coming down from Renils on Rafali. Dropping down the diffuser as well.
And Chaos just taking the tempo from the last best of 3 right into this one, secretly roaming a bit more than he used to against his latter opponents. Now it's Spark coming back, takes down Renils, makes it a 4v3, and suddenly again doable as they want to bring it back. So slowly, but they still have a hard destructor as well. And oh, there is a second kill of Spark, and he's still relatively healthy as Red Groove has been taken down. And it's now only 3 players on either side. Chaos will surely turtle now to try to hold this off.
Yeah, and now Vitality has the opportunity to actually kill them from below.
Did Spark show spot him or not?
I don't think he did. I don't think Crip saw me either.
As we now see secretly moving around for yet another angle, makes a little bit of noise, and may he be collapsed upon? We don't know. It is still 5 seconds left, so they have to execute at a certain point, and Zephyr should be able to hear a player above him, I believe, but he sees secretly, and that makes it a 3-on-2. Now Chaos will move in, throws those flashbangs. The smokes are also working, but not good enough, as Snuken has been taken down. It's a 3v1. Grips get one, but the diffuser is not being planted yet. It's being dropped, and they don't check the angles. It's Grips in a 1v1, and the time is done. He gets the kill, and Chaos gets the round on the back of a 1v3.
That should not have happened. Like, Zephyr should have watched the left there. Spark failed to do so, got killed, got shot in the back because of that, and Chaos was able to pick up the round like that, as they were basically perfect in their execution. In a 3-on-1 situation, like 10 seconds left, you should be able to win that, like get the plan down or something like that, but like the planter got killed, and at that moment, you should know where he got killed from.
Yeah, and you should check the angles instead of tunnel visioning towards that diffuser. They
knew
they killed the smoke. There was a smoke still dwindling around, so a player would not play from that position.
Probably
if you
not,
don't check those angles, then, well, you're messing up your own game, and now it's 1-0 up for Chaos, as they are going to bring the Monty. Maybe, I just hope, I'm just gonna say it. I know you hate me for it, because now they will change it around, and so they will. There is the glass again from Zephyr.
Yep.
Let's see if it will shine again.
I'll just stand up and walk away, and then...
Please don't. I can't do this on my own.
Okay, I'll stay.
I have to drive you home. Why would you walk away?
It's a far walk to the northern part of the country.
Yeah, I think you'd probably take at least 3 days to do it.
Probably, yeah.
But well, then again, it would be good for the muscles, good for the legs, as we now see Chaos not running yet, just using their remote controls, and that's just good for the thumbs.
See Attic being reinforced just a little bit. Don't know if they will actually reinforce it through and through. Looks like they are, however, going to make sure they will keep meeting control based on this setup. Now, there's going to be a rotational at the other end of the Attic. Yeah, so like the way this setup is pointing at, like that means that you'll probably see 2 people in meeting / attic, maybe 1 in big tower, and then 1 or 2 on site. Like when the round is actually stagnating a little bit. These are somewhat forward roams to just waste some time, let them drone.
Well, I think we should of course notice Vitality staying on the same operators. Of course, they are blaming themselves for losing the round, and now we have a down and a kill secretly again, opening things up. He gets away, though he is highly tagged, but he will reinforce the wall and just make it harder and harder for Vitality, as he just opens things up, and meeting room firmly in the grasp of Chaos, as they are just having a laugh right now, it seems.
Yeah, secretly will be falling back somewhat. He's going to be in a more safe position because he is so low on HP.
Oh, but look at Bibu just moving in, sees the legs, gets the kill, but on top in Attic there's still a player. He drops in, does some damage, and that is Snuken also very low. But has Bibu messed himself up, he used the second logic bomb. As from the stairs there is now a secretly coming, and he gets the kill, brings it back to the 4-on-3. But 2 players from Chaos very low. And now more logic bombs with still 1 minute 45 left on the clock, and secretly goes back to roaming, goes on top of the tower and sees if there's someone outside ready to be taken out.
No, I think it was a mistake of Bibu dropping there. I don't think he meant to do that. Just purely because he stayed put that long in the electric box. Well, he did do some damage, so that's good. Would have been better if he would have gotten a kill or 2, baby. But
Snuken was very close to dying, but unfortunately for BB, he could not make it work. Spark is now spotting a little bit more with that drone. Knows there's a bandit charge. Not that's really mattering at this moment. Now they will push in, of course. They still have to go down. There's 1 minute left. They know 1 player at least is low.
Yeah, and they probably they know from secretly he's low, and they know Snuken was tagged, so They should probably know that there's 2 people low. As we see the execute being set up here. They're getting ready, but there's a lot of Legion traps ready there to slow them down if they are committing to this final push. Now Spark wants to get control of meeting, which he will maybe get. He will have to kill Crips first, who is playing on the attic, but watching the wrong side. Now goes back to the right side, spots him out though, and will not be getting that frag. Spark will be taking down Crips, and that means they will have meeting control. 20 seconds left, no more gas grenades to slow them down. So you see everybody getting in a somewhat more forward position, and Secretly will be able to take down the diffuser here before dying to Brid. 2-on-2 situation, and I think one is coming on the back. Actually, yes, that's Spark getting a kill on Red Groove. 2-on-1, Spark getting another one. Beautifully played there.
Yeah, Spark just going ham so far this match as he now brings it to a 1-on-1 scoreline. Chaos a bit lost right there. A really aggressive position from Secretly without a possibility to be refragged. Not really knowing when they were to push either.
Yeah.
That means that Chaos has now lost the lead they just had. And, well, of course, they now can play Laundry Room once again. And will they, though?
Yeah. As you can see, they are going.
Well, sometimes they swap last minute, so you never know.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
We have seen him go for
I think
tower
they'll
and kids
stick for
of
Laundry.
course.
They're gonna stay at it.
All right. They know, like, these rounds don't get won on like big tactics. It's just a little bit of a misplay from both teams every now and then.
Yeah, true. And then it's whoever, you know, gets the best of those misplays that will win the round.
Who misplays the less?
Who will abuse the misplay the best will win.
Oh, our observer has just
have a
become
unicorn in the studio
yeah.
right now.
I'm disgusted.
I think Dashi would be proud.
Dashi from Siege GG.
Yeah, I think we
one
need
of the best news sites in the world.
The best Siege news site in the world.
Wow, I'm blessed. Well, let's see. It's now 1-1. Chaos is ready to strike once again. Now they have the pulse on Red Groove. Oh, pictures being made. This man is a multitasker of unknown proportions.
Of course, we need them. We're gonna have better pictures in the meantime.
This will haunt him for the rest of his life as we see the rap phase coming in. It is Chaos just chilling out. As they are also roaming a little bit. It's Jaeger together with Reynolds on the Vigil. Also Crips upstairs, and even Snooken joins them for a little moment, then falls back. Of course, as a smoke, he has to anchor. And he will be joined by Red Groove on the pulse, waiting with that C4.
Yeah. And we're going to see how this will work out. Pretty heavy roam again. Now, this time in different positions. Brid is trying to kill a Valkyrie camera, which has not been placed because there's no Valkyrie.
Yeah, you can always try still.
You can always try, you never know. Spark will be getting an entry again on Secretly. Spark doing some amazing stuff on this Sophia. Really.
What is his score right now? Because he's just doing some insane kills so far. And he's just moving in to destroy more and more. And mainly Dreams on the side of Chaos as well. Again, he has a frag.
He's baiting it out. He's baiting out the peak there. Oh, and then he finally peaks and he's not going to be there. Sapphire getting the entry on Crips. And it's not looking very well for Chaos right now. Like, Vitality seems to be fresher. Actual kill coming down there from Renils on Spark. Spark will be shut down. Renils really low on HP though, so literally everything will kill him as he is being hunted down quite some bit.
And the logic bomb also comes in, and that really messes things up for him right now. It's a 4-on-3 in the favor of Vitality as they now want to stop Renils, who is low, who has gotten away, but is not really at the moment chased by the side of the Frenchies. As they are now waiting their time, hoping for another entry. But so far, they can't find it just yet. They're waiting, and there's only 1 minute 15 left. And as the time is ticking out, the ERC-7 of Vigil is also gone, and at that moment there is a drone. At that moment he is being chased, and someone is right around the corner, ready to kill him. As the second logic bomb is also being used, he throws out his impact and get the kill over Val. No way! Brit
not be having
also
that.
dies, and that means that Vitality is now completely destroyed. They know where Nils was, but they can't kill him yet. And that is a 3-on-2 lead where the time is running out. And he is still the devil, which they can't stop.
Now, definitely, this round should not have went Chaos' side. But then Renils came in, got 2 beautiful frags like that while being so low on HP. And he manages to escape as well. And it doesn't look like he's getting hunted whatsoever by Bibu and Zephyr. Now, Snooken and Red Groove, of course, still chilling out on the side. We're knowing that there's only 10 seconds left. And I don't think any of the gas canisters have been used so far.
Oh, and the ADS is still there. Now the smokes get popped, but in the flank there is a player who sees Bibu, sprays down but does not hit. But the time is up and the round is in. It's 2-1 for Chaos, and Reynolds dies. But still, he is my MVP.
Definitely the MVP of this round. He died trying to, you know, keep at least one guy distracted. So the 2 on side, Snooken and Red Groove, only had to fight 1, which worked out pretty good. And Zephyr couldn't get the bomb down.
That is some Reddit front page highlight reel stuff as well. He just did something I didn't even think was possible. I thought he would get pre-fired. He got 1 kill, even runs out and gets a second.
Yeah.
He just planned it all out. And
Well, he already prepped a window to do
Yeah.
such a thing, so he definitely had it as an ID.
Well, I always have ideas, but I don't make them work the way he just did, and that means it's now 2-1 for Chaos. We see Renils on the vigil once again as well. It just worked out magically. We see a Blackbeard turning into a Sophia,
Oh,
and that is
we see a
quite the
Blackbeard.
surgery.
If you say like that, it sounds really wrong.
Hey, that's my forte. It's my specialty.
Your
You know
specialty.
me.
Making things sound like the wrong thing.
It is what a low voice can do for you.
For many people, I think.
Yes.
Mm.
And if you want more of this
Especially
low,
if you know how to sound ironic as well at the same time, or sarcastic. That's like how you get... Like, no one knows if you're serious or not.
my girlfriend hates me because of that. She never knows if I'm joking or not. So then she just looks at me. Are you sarcastic? I don't know. You tell me, and then I get a hit in the face. And
She's like, no food for you.
yeah, and that's annoying because when I'm casting all day long, then she usually makes food for me, and I'm very dependent on that because otherwise I just eat like crackers or something.
And bananas.
And bananas, well, I eat them anyway. I don't care. Bananas are the godlike food. And we are having a godlike game.
You like a banana
Chaos.
tree in your backyard.
In Friesland, it's always freezing, so you.
It's not always
don't-
freezing.
Yes, it is.
Nah. But I have to go there tonight as well. I don't hope it's freezing.
Well, you probably.
I was thinking of a nice 28 degrees Celsius. It's gonna be less than that. All right.
Little did you know, as we now see the action phase starting once again. Vitality on the back foot as they expected to do it a bit better, but Bibu already low, being hit by a spawn peak, and I believe it was secretly, as he also lost a little bit of HP, and that might have been a wall bang.
Most likely, yes. As well, they're just trying to find another way in.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Yes, and well, now the diffuser has been dropped, which is pretty common, but eventually they have to commit some resource of getting it. They want to move forward, of course, so someone has to keep an eye out. Bring it closer every time again. Reynolds is ready to hand down some more.
He's ready to
Frenchies.
get like an amazing 2-kill again.
That was a close one as
That was
well.
close. That's a close call. He could have died there.
We
but-
could have gotten the kill as well.
No problem.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta go for it, and that's something Reynolds is doing so far. As he's just spraying like mad with the SMG-12, but not hitting anything. As the Thermite is now coming closer, but he opens the wall, he gets away, no problem at all. And that's just how you plan your way around.
Oh, we just saw that.
Bomb located by
We saw the
attacker.
tiny pixel there. Move past. And Reynolds like, you can fire me. I can fire back at you.
Look at what I can do, Mom. And he just runs away.
Now look at how well Red Groove dug himself in with all these goo mines.
And all these phones ringing, which does make him a little bit anxious, I can assume, as they are moving in. There's 2 players very close. And now we will have to turn around. He knows what's going on. There are so many good mines, as you just said. Flashbangs going in. And now the players will as well. Will Red Group get a kill? It's meanwhile Reynolds with the first one. Red Group with the follow-up, with getting 2. And Spark is out of the count. And shots are being fired. No bullets though in the main rifle of Red Group. But he gets support from Secretly. And that takes down Rafael. And now it's only Babu in a 1v5, and he's like, what the hell just happened?
You know, I'm just waiting here for someone to climb up, but I'm suddenly getting smoked. He had no clue what happened there. He's throwing in the second logic bomb as he's gonna go a different way. Most likely. He's like, let me go at white, but he's about to find, I believe that is Renuls, who was finding him first and taking him out as well.
And that's just Chaos now stepping up massively. Despite this being the map pick of Vitality. Then again, Chaos was allowed to choose where they want to start. They want to start on the defensive side, and somehow, some way, it works out magically. Despite Vitality being a bit fresher after having played less games today. 7 on 3 is the score of Spark, but it's not enough. As on the other side, they're a bit more balanced. Only Snooken and Rafael, though, still both on 0.
Poor Snooken, doing so well in the past match, and now 0. Doesn't
He's
really
just warming up.
Well, maybe it's like is a player that frags and steps up when he has to, but when his team is doing the job, he's playing an anchor.
He is the anchor. He is the smoke. So why would he need to do something?
That's the thing.
At the
if
moment
they don't come to him, did he die yet?
Yeah, he died, I believe. Oh yeah, twice. So,
okay.
But he got 4 assists, so that's valuable.
Yeah, that's what the
and like Vitality doesn't really come in towards the side. Those dash are probably partially when slightly chasing around, trying to throw smokes to flush out players and help his team. That's how he gets some assists, and that's how they get those rounds. It's 3-1 right now for Chaos. They try to add another one. The setup stays roughly the same, but now we see a Blackbeard, and that is something else entirely. And meanwhile, this bomb site does somehow land itself a little bit, but Kids Dorm would have been better.
Is he? Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Maybe they'd rather have this one.
10 seconds left before insertion.
It's really up to their preference.
And well, let's see what it will bring. As Chaos is ready to sing, they're just winning time and time again. And here come those black eyes to see for more info. The players are all coming from the same side. And it's Red Groove, the main defender, together with Snooken. But the first black eye has been destroyed, and that's a sad moment for the Valkyrie. And let's see if Secretly can do a great peak once again, as he's been, again, impactful and absolutely dominant.
What was that light? Oh, there was an impact now. I was like, what's that bright shining star on top of
A
Rafael?
No, I believe.
But it was a EMP.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, now they are all on the roof just chilling with their homies. And they are going to wallbang some stuff, but there aren't really players there. It is Secretly on the other side, almost getting hit. But it's meanwhile Grips on half HP. What exactly happened, I don't know. Probably at the wrong window at the wrong time. And now he is waiting, biding his time to get another peek in. And I think if he would go now, he could be successful.
Yeah, they want to get that big tower control. We've seen it beforehand when I was questioning their decision, but it actually worked out then. However, they need to get rid of Red Groove, because as long as Red Groove is staying alive there, they will not be successful in actually getting that. Now Red Groove is gone, as Blackbeard just peeked up there and Spark said hello there.
A run out could come in, and I believe it was Secretly, and indeed he dies. It is Bibu with a kill, and that makes it a 5v3. 2 players low on Chaos side, and that means this round could be easy, especially if Reynolds dies. There's only Grips and Snooken left. The anchor will try to do what he can, but he will die to Severance. Meanwhile, just Grips with 1 kill, but 4 to find. As his phone is ringing, time is ticking, and the bomb will, or the diffuser rather, will be planted right now.
Cares about that, you know, that phone, about the bomb that has been taken. Oh. Question is, Grips does. Should be a Mission Impossible. There we go. Indeed, Mission Impossible. Like, there's 4 people. They're all sitting in the tower there. You have to challenge them, because else there's no way you're gonna win that.
And just chilling out. just standing there. They know they can't lose it unless if they do really, really stupid stuff.
Unless they start team killing each other and then jumping down actual tower.
We've seen a lot of team kills this tournament.
During the quarterfinals, yes, but during the semis, not yet.
It's so close though, many times.
It's been close.
But now we see a 3-2 scoreline. Chaos now going for the offensive. And well, let's see if Vitality on their map pick can bring it home to start with. They have been showing pretty strong, but only the last round really showed utter dominance as we were expecting from them.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Chaos, of course, does well on attack, so every now and then. Didn't see that much on Villa, but they might be better on attack on this one. We actually see Vitality start off in the dining and kitchen.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
And
bombs.
that is one interesting setup. And they might have expected to bait out a Blackbeard or something like that, but none on the side of Chaos as of yet. Buck's drone is destroyed, so he knows they're probably around here. That is some intel which Chaos will set up about. Just ring around the rosy, set each other up for a possible spot of the roamers. And now
Just reinforcing everything they need. Meeting control is nice to have. You don't need it necessarily, but it definitely helps.
5 seconds remaining.
And now the action phase is starting. It's the second half. Vitality is on the theoretically favored side. As we will now see how favored it really is as the map band logo goes in. And we are thankful for their help again with the overlay. And now we see the guys of Chaos moving in slowly, pre-firing of course. Half of the ammo already being shot out. And Rafael in the big tower actually.
And what I'm thinking here is normally you would see a castle if they're, playing in a kitchen, and I don't see a castle, but so, they have a different kind of setup than the normal setup you would see. As the drones are getting killed, so that will be prompting that there is roamers in the actual upstairs part.
Now you have Grips with first kill onto Bibu. That is the Legion down, so that means a whole lot less traps. As Grips is moving in, there is some more pressure, especially from Red Group as well on the roof. With Dokkaebi, he's been tagged up slightly, but it's Snuken with the pre-fire with the wallbang. Spark is down, and now it's already a 5v. Oh no, it's a 4v3. As we see Zephyr actually getting the frag back onto Secret, a bit too greedy with that bug. And on this bomb side, that bug might actually be very useful. As you now see Rafael with the kill onto Grips, and suddenly the advantage that Chaos had is evaporating. And I don't know how they're throwing this away exactly.
Well, I mean, they do need control of the small tower still, and because of the absence of a castle, it's actually getting harder to get control of that.
Yeah, but
Because
we
there's another line
did
of
see
sight.
Snuken just get a kill. And that means it's now a 3v2. Again, that advantage for the side of Chaos. But now they actually need to make something of it. Is there 1 minute and 15 left on the clock? There are some evil eyes here on the side as well. And that might be annoying for the attacking side, who are now slowly moving in.
It's gonna have to be coming from Rafaeli's side. Actually not, because Snuken, his attacher, still had his things... like his EMP's left as Rafaeli gets a beautiful headshot there on Snuken. And now they will have to find another way in as the X-Kairos have been taken out by Bandit and his Bandit Wires. Now that Filka won't be doing much.
Legion Trap still grabbing someone, even though he's been dead since, well, ages ago. And the last logic bomb has been used, and now they know where Brit is, but they can't find him. They still have a logic bomb left apparently, and they use it, and now they will see what they can do with it. Utility goes in, stun nades are going to search for a fall, but someone steps into a Legion trap, and that makes it harder for them to do something. Rafael will turn off his phone, has 25 HP left, but it's currently Red Groove ticking down slowly. Will have to try to help his mate, but 10 seconds left, and they have to move, and he pre-fires, takes down Brit, and that means the A side is vulnerable, but Rafael has the refrag and will try to win the 1v1, but he can't. Reynolds comes in, and that means Chaos has yet another round and takes the lead a little bit further. It is now a 4-on-2, and Chaos is happy to start on the attacking side.
Yeah, definitely, and they only need 2 more rounds to bring the first map home. And after these close matches they just had, it would be so nice to bring a 6-2 home.
It would be a good moment to have a breather and actually get into the second map, and that will be their own. That will be Clubhouse. And so we expect Vitality to at least bring this very close despite Chaos' best efforts. But of course they will try, they will fight, and will begin to get that 5th round and possibly even the needed one.
We're again going to see dining kitchen, and I believe without a actual use of a castle. And I mean, you don't need it, but it's being used so often, so why wouldn't you?
Well, that's what I asked
it's not
myself.
like it worked out last night.
Yeah, but now we do see the standard setup pretty much for Chaos. No Ash whatsoever, and again the kitchen setup. Why? Because it almost worked out. Almost is not enough.
No, definitely not. And almost worked out. It's more like because of some frags of Zephyr that he shouldn't have had. That's why it almost worked out. So I don't know. I'm not too keen about this one.
Yeah, and especially if you're just banking on that almost. If you know that, for instance, laundry or kids dorm is so much better for you, or even in general, you should try it. But then again, maybe they're strutting around this. They say first we win this one, then we win the rest, and then we win the map. Well, we can't blame them. We can't stop them. But now we see the action phase coming in, and his Red Groove again moving up fast, and also drawing a little bit as he's a dying guy.
Now secretly again going to open up that wall, but instead he's not actually going in early now, because that is what got him killed last time. Jumping in early, Zephyr with the big, and then, you know, getting that frag. He's gonna be a little bit more, you know, careful now as Crips is trying to take armory control, but having a little fight with the Legion there. Bibu knowing perfectly fine how to keep this for himself.
Well,
phone ringing though, which is gonna be quite of an annoyance.
Well, he turns it off, but there is still pressure. A new drone is coming in. He throws down the mine and tries to fall back. But Armory is, of course, a scary place where he has no vision, he has no pressure. But they know he is somewhere around there. Now there is a lifeline. He goes back in towards the bedroom.
Oh, no,
but on the other side of the door, there is a player. He is low, he is down. And he should be out for the count. It's Reynolds with the first kill onto Bibu. And that makes it a 5v4 in the advantage of Chaos as they're now moving up, destroying those mines. And they don't mind it at all.
No, I didn't know that one was coming up from that location. Secretly gets the next frag on Brett, and it's looking so well now for Chaos. However, Secretly is quite low. But a frag is a frag, and Brett is off the board, and that means that the bandit is gone. So Snooken will most likely just throw down his Thatcher grenades. It's going to be a pretty safe opening for Reynolds at that point. As we see Spark still holding up next to Maestro, trying to keep as much control as he possibly can.
Yeah,
no.
Spark has been on fire this map so far, but not really getting the rounds in after a good 2 starters. But now there are shots fired, and it is Chaos moving in slowly. And as you said, they will destroy the walls, and that will mean possibly the end for Vitality, as it could be the map point Chaos is looking for.
Yeah, Rafali actually getting low. Phone is ringing as well. Everything happening at the same time, and he must be thinking about, okay, this is not really the thing I would like to have. As Snooken is quickly just temporarily disabling Maestro Cam.
Get that info away, and now it is Zephyr still on the side, just a little bit scared as the movement from Chaos is very slow. 25 seconds left, so they have to do something soon, would say.
Renils. It's a bugged Hibana hole. He cannot get through, so they will have to take a different entrance. Now, that doesn't have to be bad as of yet. Spark, though, will be picking up Red Groove.
C4 does not get the kill, but Snooken takes down Zephyr, takes down the second one is Raphael. It's only Spark in 1v4, 4 seconds left, and he gets hunted down secretly with his 1 HP. Gets the kill for Chaos and the map point. Makes it now 5-2, and it is Chaos in the driver's seat on the map pick of Vitality. But can they hold on? Of course, they have shown very strong, but Vitality is not a team to mess with.
Last time they were 5-1 in front. They brought it to overtime.
Yep. And that's
Will they do it now?
That would be awkward.
So we're actually going to see a rear stage watchtower hold instead of an actual bedroom or laundry.
Or
Vitality,
kitchen.
what is the Yeah, they lost it twice, so why do it again? Like, the last one was pretty obvious,
Yeah.
but why not go for one of the safer ones?
Well, Spark already on 9-5, top fragging so far, despite being on the losing side, and that is something painful. That would never happen to me, luckily, but now we see the guys of Chaos going at it. And now they will try to make it 1-0, get close to that €2,000 grand prize.
Yeah, as both teams are, of course, willing to take this, and I'm actually starting to think that the match we had in the semi-finals actually benefiting Chaos, as they have been played really warm now. Like, they're really used to their sense again. They're like in the groove, quickly had some food. Like, we often see people doing warm-up scrims before like important match and stuff like that, and that's basically what we would be seeing, or what we'll be seeing the semi-finals.
Yeah, they probably also know how to play for a long time. They have probably had some boot camp, so they know how to keep themselves energized, keep themselves up and running throughout these long matches and days. And well, so far fatigue not really being a factor so far, but you don't know if it might change for the later maps, as there is still a possibility that we'll play 2 more.
So, first of 3 map points are coming in now. 30 seconds in the round, and look at how close Grips is to Bibo. Now, please drone him. Oh yeah, there we go. He's being drone now, so he's gonna get messed up if he doesn't move real soon.
Lucky he's faster than Sonic, and that means he has now got a new position. Will try to shoot even more drones, and is very scared. Luckily for him, there is a mine around that window, so when someone goes in, that person will be stunned up quite well. Fortunately for him, though, secretly is also moving in. Has not spotted the player just yet, I believe, but the drones are doing some mighty fine work. And they are getting closer and closer.
Secretly, however, he couldn't move through the first hole he made, so he couldn't quickly push down Bibu as he was turning off his phone. That's a pesky choice there, and actually prepared for by his team, so good thinking there as they prepped those windows.
Well, luckily they had tower control, so that means that they knew outside was clear and they could fall back, as secretly is considering possibly getting a flank from downstairs, and there is a player there, so the read itself is good. The timing, though, slightly off.
Oh, he's going to be missing that, so little hole will be opened up, so they will have a line of sight into Attic, and Spark is like, oh no, they opened it up, I cannot go there. And falling back to the hatch now, I believe. So we see Brit still hanging around in the meeting area, because meeting in this bomb site is so important.
Let's look at this. Spark downstairs. He will be hunted down. Snooken knows exactly where he is. Good droning again from Chaos, and that is yet another opener which they need. And time again, they just do it. They ruin the day for Vitality, as now Brit has also been spotted and fires back, but is still not out of the woods yet. Is being pushed, is being fired at, but he deals more damage than he takes and gets even closer because he is a ballsy mofo. It's Zephyr with the first kill, it's Brit with the second, but he gets straighted around, and it was almost the best play we've seen in ages. But now it's a 3v3. Red Group has been tagged up, but on long range he's doing mighty fine, better than Zephyr is. But the smokes are also working. 1 canister left and 20 seconds on the clock.
Red Groove taking out Sapphire there. Is Bruce taken out secretly. It's a 2-on-2, but Bibu is outside. He will be spotted there, so it's going to be hard for him to get actually back in. Bomb will be planted. Diffuser will be planted, and he will be hearing this guy upstairs. Getting that frag. No, we'll be messing that up. It's up to Reynolds now. Gets the planter down. We'll only have to take down 2. So, best thing he can do is stay alive as long as possible. Now knows that they most likely are actually downstairs. We'll be killing the Ella, who was spotted from the outside. And we'll be actually expecting this actual flank coming in. Does not hear the drop. Does get the frag eventually, though. And that means that one will be going over to Chaos.
And that is a 6-2 versus Vitality on their map pick. And that is painful. And wow, what a clutch to finish things off. But Ella was outside for such a long time that, well, you just know what to expect. The only other player is at the stairs, and you know, well, maybe he'll go over Attic. He hears the steps, and then you just wait for the drop. And then it's stop and roll. A 10 kills for Reynolds, 9 eventually for Sparks, but it was not enough. And now it is Vitality back to the drawing board and back to now the map pick of Chaos. It will be Clubhouse. It is one that we have seen before. It goes both ways. But I don't know if the guys of Vitality can bring it back. Do you believe?
I mean, if you look at how this match went, then it looks like really one-sided for Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the last round was really close, I still think Chaos will be able to take this one.
All right. So, Chaos, after having a grueling semifinal, it were 3 maps, and all of them were in overtime.
Yeah, like you want your matches to be, like the good matches.
Yes, it's like that is what we're living for right here. That's why we're here, and we don't care how long it takes.
No.
Just want to see the best action. We want to bring it to you. Chaos is ready. We're just waiting for Vitality. The teams are very cooperative today, as you could expect from
it's
peers
so good to
like
see
this.
how motivated everybody is to just play.
Yeah, it's the first tournament. They're in for it, and the match is now starting. We're going into the second map. It will be Clubhouse. It will be the map pick for Chaos, and they can finish it right there. They're 1-0 up, and it is now their pick to see if they can get the 2,000 euros, the dream, and also the title of Siege Summer Series champions.
We'll be winning the first series and some nice extra pocket money running up to the Paris Major. And the first ban is coming out from Vitality, and I have a feeling it's going to be Lion.
What? How come? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Well, we're gonna see what they show. It is actually the Dokkaebi now out of the equation. Production is making fun of you, and rightfully so.
Lion now then, Chaos?
If it's gonna be a Ying, I'm gonna be so happy. Or Monty. My life would be amazing.
Guys. Give me a Lion.
Are you hungry? Because then I heard some other candy bars. She works better.
Were there's candy bars here?
No, but we have some kinds of.
No! 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 Mira.
Oh.
Am I going to be completely wrong on this?
This is the best day ever, isn't it? Yes, production agrees with me. And it is glass being banned. Mira, luckily for you, taken out of the equation.
Echo.
Okay, you're going for the Echo, but are you sure it is an Echo, or are you actually doubting yourself? I think you are.
I'm doubting myself
yes,
at this point.
You are.
I called it twice, and twice it was wrong. Once it was right, but that's because it's so obvious. So I'm hoping for an Echo.
What would it be otherwise?
Maestro?
Vigil? No, it is a Vigil ban.
Oh, this is
and
the
you get out of here.
Ever. All right.
We're gonna
Goodbye,
have
guys.
we're gonna have Milan back at the castle. That's because apparently he knows better. And of course he does. He's a smart lad. As we now go into Clubhouse, the map pick of Chaos. They are in the lead and they are ready to win it.
Definitely already. I think Vitality is ready to win as well, but they first have to get those 6 rounds to their side.
Well, now we see a Lion coming out.
Whoa! Did not expect that.
We haven't seen that in play at all yet.
And we totally didn't see Secretly being totally overpowered again with it against End. Like, we totally didn't expect Maestro to be that good against End on this map.
Well, but that's End. And their road to the finals ended a long time ago.
Yeah.
We're now gonna see Chaos attack, destroy, and murder.
Hey, this was a
It's a family-friendly show.
It was a Christian family-friendly show.
Oh,
everybody's now ready to end for mature.
I was wrongly informed as we now get into the prep phase. It is Chaos 1-0 up. And they still need a little bit more. Vitality is ready to stop stuff, but we've seen before, at least the garage holds are often proving very difficult. Especially if Chaos brings out the Monty.
Luckily, for them, they aren't doing it yet. But when it happens, then they definitely need something to stop it. And yeah, we've seen Chaos pretty good on Clubhouse, especially on defense.
They also bring Sledge now as a soft destructor. For Intel, no Dokkaebi as it was banned, but the Lion is good as well. As we want to see if Vitality had that little moment to breathe and is now revitalized. Snooken is already looking around on that Thatcher, trying to find a possible black eye.
Yeah.
But it's not there.
Bomb located
Now
by
that's a
attackers.
dangerous position there of the Valkyrie. I believe your head can actually be spotted out if one quick peeks you.
Yeah, well, he decides that is indeed a danger. Falls back to the corner. That is a bit more easy to behold.
Now Chaos is taking it quite slow. What we're taking out, I believe, either the black eye or the basic camera there inside the garage. I
think the basic.
I think it was the black eye, because the basic is so much up higher.
Oh yeah, it's the black eye indeed being taken out, as that was next to those.
Yeah, it was right in that corner there,
yeah.
on the top right.
But now the first lion drone comes in. There is some more utility being destroyed, and now they peek. Now they get a kill secretly with the first one not being traded out by Spark. And now it's Chaos already starting off very nicely.
And that was what I was saying about the lion drone. Like every time a lion drone pops, secretly he's just gonna push something and get a kill. That's how he uses it. He's like, I don't know if he's using it for his team or for himself, because every time he uses it, he's getting a kill.
Well, like they have the intel, then they're just okay. We push the intel stay lock button, and we're just gonna push in. As, a broken wrist for Spark is now hurting himself, but can he hurt Chaos as well so far? They are the guys who are on the back foot. They're trying to bring it back.
Now a grenade through that hole would be so good, as the first exothermic charge will be bandit tricked here, and nothing they can do about it as of yet. Now maybe Krebs can change that out by throwing a nice little
They picked it up, and now they can still trick it. Two little charges are left, and what is a little charge? Well, a peeky hole, and will it result in a kill? It would be lovely, but it isn't likely.
Now what people usually do is, like, you can only bend the trick one of the walls.
Oh, but Snooken has the entry kill to Bibu, makes it a 5v3, and he is now ready to strike. I believe Grips was reset because he's now on half HP.
He fell down the roof to get himself reset.
Down the roof, what a legend. As now Brit is holding his angle, throws down a smoke canister, but it was just a little fake from Chaos, who are now moving in. Grips again being tagged up slightly, but Chaos should move together right now. So 20 seconds left, and Spark takes down secretly. It's now a 4v3, and Spark is moving around, getting ready to defend. The smoke canister is also in effect. 10 seconds left, and the last one is just being deployed, and there's a player right underneath. Brit with one kill is a 3v3, but the diffuser is being planted. The C4 gets the kill to Snooken, but he is not the diffuser. As now the Thermite is planting, but the round is over, and it is Chaos losing. Vitality coming in all together and get it in the end.
Now what I was saying is, like, at that moment when there's a guy bandit tricking there, you're just gonna shoot a Hibana charge in the middle of the two walls, because you can only, you know, electrocute one of the walls in time, and that's how you basically push out the bandit.
Well, it worked out, but eventually they could not win the round, and that is the first round now for Vitality on the map pick of Chaos. But of course Vitality was allowed to pick where they want to start. That is always a good help for you.
Now we're going to the gym bedroom, and we're gonna see a castle, so that's gonna be interesting.
Are they fit boys? And is that the reason why they go to gym, or is it just that I feel like it?
I don't know.
It's getting late. Don't you worry,
took
darling.
Too long.
As we see Vitality in the lead, but in the grand scheme of things, they are behind. And they are behind dearly with one map, and the map was their pick. So that is not a positive vibe. As we see pretty much the same setup coming out from Chaos. Again, that Lion with his all-important drone to lock down players.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Eventually
as
destroy
many bombs
them.
as they can.
Yeah, definitely. And if your name is secretly, that also helps.
Well, he locks them down himself, and he just goes in. He kills them if he can, and usually he can, and that's the problem for the side of Vitality.
I want to see Frost again. It's been a while.
I love it.
Yeah.
I also want to see Villa. I want to
Frost
see
on Villa?
free maps. I want to see a map or a map where you know, Fabian got stuck in one of Trust Gaming's.
Do not get stuck in Benelux.
That's
guys.
what they say, but it's not what they do. That is,
They literally got stuck in Benelux.
yeah, that is the
Attackers
greatest
recovered
part.
the diffuser.
Now
Attackers
they
must
just need to
locate and
join us
defuse
for
the bomb.
LAN once. Same like Kickstarter and Simonic did. As they did some amazing coverage of our last two finals. We are are very thankful for that, as we now see Chaos moving up, just repelling as if they have never done anything else in their life.
So fast, so smooth. It's like they have been trained for years. It's just the art of repelling. Now, quickly gonna drown that, seeing if there's anybody bandit tricking me. Surprise, surprise. There is.
Ah, bonjour, mon ami, et au revoir, c'est Reynolds. As he now got the info, says, well, I'm Iban, I go all the way around, and then the Thermite can already open the wall, but it isn't reinforced, it doesn't really matter.
Now look, here the drones are all there, and now this motion detector, or the EE1D, will be activated soon, and everybody will just rush in to the cash room and get 1 or 2 frags possibly. There we go.
Well, the tactic is set, the play is made, and now there is a spot onto Spark. They know where he is stuck, but he is not hit yet. The drone is spotting him, and they know he is still sitting there, but they can't just find him. It's Brit with the first kill, Spark with the follow-up, the headshots are coming in, and Vitality is winning so far. It is the Lion and the Thermite both being down, and still no answer from Chaos, even though they did a little bit of damage. But look at that Spark with a new off angle, and he takes down Crips.
Yeah, 2-on-5 situation now, and it's mission impossible right here for Chaos. As Snookin, I believe, gets downed. Actually not, he's just 1 HP there, so quite lucky for him, but I don't see this happening. 1 minute left, they have time to work with, just not the actual fragging power.
Oh,
Spark with a beautiful double kill there, just finishing off the round. I believe he got 4 that round.
indeed, and that is just some great play. Stands up and just gets that last kill, as now Vitality is taking a demanding lead, 2-0 up. And that is a great start on Clubhouse. They can still go to church if they want. Spark already 6-0-0.
Ooh, Sparky
and 2
boy.
kills in total just for Chaos right now.
And that is less than Vitality had during this round on the last map.
Yeah, and that seems pretty grim. Let's see what they can make of it. As we see an alibi being hovered over, but of course it can change around. Then again, I wouldn't be too confused, as they are now going to church, and more distraction is more better.
Definitely. Like, there's so many angles that you could put the alibi at good use. Just to distract people who are watching from the hatch.
And now we see the bandit going into a Jaeger, and that is the only change we see.
Interesting. He just turned into his dynamic German brother.
Wunderbar, as we would say.
Wunderbar.
But we're not German, so we won't try to be racist.
I don't know more than Wunderbar. Oh, I know more than Wunderbar, but that's... People will
You
get...
won't say it on stream
I won't
because
say
it's
it
not
on
really safe for work.
People will maybe get mad.
Especially the guys from Lab Benny, you are making a crazy overlay which we can use. And of course their support is amazing, as they also, or at least DT Sniper did, spectate the last lamp for us, and he did an amazing job. And now we have Easy, the man, the myth, the legend, who can also turn into a unicorn.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we'll post a picture of that on Twitter soon. Oh, no, we're not. Okay. Definitely we are.
He says no, but I say yes.
We have a new emote on the Discord, guys.
And you can't stop me. It's freedom of speech, baby. We're in the Netherlands now.
He kind of regrets his choice of turning into a unicorn now. Dashi, if you're watching, you got a brother now.
A family reunion here at the Siege Summer Series, the first season ever. And we see Crips already destroying some walls, because why the hell not? But then you get punished for it. When Mama sees it, she gonna slap you. And there's the first frag for Spark, and that means it's now a 5-on-4. And the
that one won't actually activate. Oh, that's some. Let's just quickly get off that.
Yep, as we now see the Lion drone coming in, no spot just yet. But people are stuck, and Secretly is hunting together with that drone. They now see the player hit Spark around the corner.
Throw that flashbang, do it. You got flashbangs. Do it Secretly.
He's so scared he will peek, and there's an Ella just moving around, tagged up, but also tagging a little bit back. And eventually getting the kill onto Reynolds, and that is the second opener that Vitality was looking for. Together with that hologram, they're doing some crazy stuff. Then they're going a little bit too aggressive, but luckily Spark is there to refrag and keep the lead. Give that headshot. Haha, messed you.
Snookin getting a frag as well, and now we'll be walking right into Alibi's crossfire there. Spark will be taken out secretly. It's going to be a 1-on-3 for Snookin, who seems to be always ending up in these kind of situations. Just staying alive till the last very second of every single round. Now, he will have to get back the diffuser. That is an Alibi. And now he will be spotted for 5 seconds. Spots the second one. And this is how you see how it could actually work. At the moment that all these shots count, he's just going for them. Of course, giving away his position, but if it was an actual person...
They already knew it anyway.
They already knew around this location. That's true.
And then again, he is moving around, and the guys from Vitality are just turtling. The diffuser is still on the outside. He will now recover it, but then he still has to descend towards the church, which is already hard to take, especially in a 1v3 when you don't have the adequate utility to actually do the stunning damage and whatever you need to do to get in.
We can have one in church slash motorcycle, one in church, and one in armory. So basically everything is covered up. And it's going to be up to Snooker now. Gets a nice goo mine as he's going to try and attempt his 1v3 last stand here. Yeah.
Well, there's 20 seconds left and he is now moving up, but there is the impact nade, but Spark finishes things off, and yet another kill for him. Vitality taking the lead with a 3-0 scoreline, and they're just holding the angles, they're just falling for him, and wow. Spark just doing the stuff he needs to do.
Why are they winning each other them, you know, picks? This obvious.
As you know, I come from Counter-Strike,
yeah.
And I've had a theory, because it also happens in Counter-Strike a lot.
Yeah.
People usually have their own tactic, and they're very stuck on that. They just keep with their own mindset how they want to play and approach the map, and that really makes them lose their flexibility, and then eventually that usually costs them the map.
Frost!
Oh,
Spark,
yeah, baby.
Hero.
Spark is just treating us.
He's just giving us whatever we want.
And he just
we get a Capcom next time, Spark. Thank you.
We've already seen a Capcom once, but I want to see Tachanka.
Please don't swap it out. You haven't locked in yet. Please lock in. Spark, don't you dare.
If he does change it out, my heart will break.
No, Spark. Disappointment.
Observer is happy. He's no longer a friend of ours.
Attackers need to
As
locate
we now
and
see the
defuse
3-0 lead
bomb
for
location.
Vitality. They don't lock in the Frost.
Quick pause.
Yeah, I did a very annoyed page because I'm not happy with Frost not being picked up. Mute is of course also a fun guy. He's not fun enough. We do
Doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah, but we see the lion once again. Chaos is like, oh yeah, we got the lion.
Let's
It's not
use
working.
it. It's not really working out yet.
Would you say Monty might be the thing they need?
Maybe.
Because they've done some great stuff with Monty.
Whenever they chose Monte, they won the round.
And now they haven't, so they've lost every round.
5 seconds to go.
Possibly, yeah.
You don't have to be an Einstein to calculate those kind of things. As we now see Vitality trying to hold off and get a huge lead. If they can, they will try to win their map of Chaos with a 6-0 just to ruin them. And be very meanie.
I was thinking first, like, will this be a mental advantage for Chaos if they're 6-2 up?
I thought it would be.
But then this happens.
Well, maybe they were a bit overzealous because of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe just they went too aggressive, too greedy, too risky.
Just
and
overestimating their own capabilities. Underestimating Vitality.
Indeed, as we now see a good hold there from Spark, but no one really contesting, despite Red Groove being around with that diffuser. It's also Snookin just dancing around.
Grove's going in for a drone. Might be finding Spark and Zephyr anytime soon now, as Snookin is ready for the Thermite to open up. Come on, Red Groove, do it! I'm ready! But they're going to impact nade if they do so. So they will have to get the frags here.
Well, Zephyr spotted by the drone. Pre-fire coming in from Spark, and now here is the Lion drone to hold them at bay. And nobody is really doing anything except for Bibu gets the kill. Ronaldo, that's the wrong way around for Chaos. And now it's Spark just still holding this angle, hoping someone will come in, but they have garage control almost. The guys of Chaos as the walls are open, but Zephyr is still laying down. They don't get the kills just yet. It's Zephyr taking down Red Groove, and that makes it a 5v3. Diffuser dropped, and even more damage being dealt.
Yeah, and is going the complete other way around now. It's looking to go all the way in Vitality's favor. As last map was actually the other way around. Secretly taking down Zephyr and actually maybe salvaging this round if they are lucky. 3 and 4 still well doable. Bibu low on HP. They just need to find the entry. Another entry. Get an way in. Get that bomb planted. And you're good.
Well, a lot of time already dwindled down as there's less than a minute on the clock. And Vitality is still holding on. They still have, I believe, a lot of smoke canisters, if not all. And now Secretly is putting down a little bit of pressure, so you would expect Brit to maybe throw one relatively soon.
Yeah, he's waiting most likely for the second barbed wire to be punched, as that is a further way down. Now Grenade actually will be dropping there and possibly killing Snooken. I think Snooken just got downed, or maybe took some damage from that. Was actually down from Bibu, and Spark will be finishing off Secretly there. Getting round 4 up to Vitality's side, meaning that they will now be having the opportunity to fight themselves to a map point.
And only Zephyr dying, meaning that Vitality almost had a clean round, taking the 4-0 lead. And that means trouble for Chaos, as they just won the first one. It was a 6-2 win on Oregon, the map pick of Vitality. And somehow they just lose everything they built on. And it seems like Vitality is just bringing it back. 4-0 lead, want to go for the 5-0. And I don't see how they could not achieve that. Chaos is trying, but is not getting in. It's not even making
how many
it
kills
too
they
close.
have in total. Do they even have 5?
Well, I think a little
5.
bit indeed. It's 5 in total. And Spark 11-0-0.
Look at that, man. Just going to make. He's just hammering it down. And if he can stay on 0 deaths this map, that is such an amazing achievement of that right there.
I would put it on my resume, or at least my Twitter, as while they're doing
Won
some.
the Siege Summer Series while going 11-0.
Wanna fight me? Come get me.
Come get me. Pick me up, Penta.
Well, maybe they will. Probably they won't, as we now see the setup phase coming in the last round of this first half. Yes, Vitality on the lead with a 4-0, and they will try to bring it even further. So far, it is just utter dominance. They can always change around with the team swapping sides, as we've seen before many of times. You never know. Vitality has this mental advantage, as we've talked about before, despite it being a lesser factor at the top teams. But how would you
always still
explain it?
gets in your head.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're like the best team in the world or like, okay, if you're just starting out, then okay, I get it. Like if you're 4-0 behind, that's even worse in your head. But if you're in like a team like this, you know, okay, it can still happen. We can still win this because it's happened before and we're just as good as them. So, you know, everything can still happen, but it still sits in your head there while you're not actually paying attention to it. As Renils is trying to go somewhat aggressive now. Just opening up a hole, rappelling up to the roof now. Deciding that he doesn't actually want to go there. Spark is playing here, so it might be the right choice to not actually go there.
Putting in more pressure is always a good thing, and usually Vitality had a 2-man setup just to help Spark out. It was Brit to be his buddy, and I hope he's there once again, because a 2-man hole is always better. You can distract the players, have them tunnel vision onto you, and get the route in your favor. So far it is Chaos going quite aggressive, but of course that evil eye will give a lot of info, but not for long.
Wanted to get some quick tags out as he was going to die anyway. All the damage done was good damage. And well, Secretly is about to go up against Spark. Who's going to win this fight? Last map I would have said Secretly. This fight, I'm definitely going to say Spark, but they're getting her all around Spark, so Spark might actually die now, like this map, this round.
Oh, but Zephyr now has the opener onto Grips, and that is the entry for Vitality. And there's a follow-up from Brit. He takes down Renals. It's a 5-on-3, and Chaos is already falling apart one by one, and no real damage being dealt back. ADS helping out Spark a little bit, and it is Secretly using all his stuns, but not getting any further in. He's just trying, but he is not succeeding. So there's just a crossfire as well with Bibu.
So much noise going on everywhere, and Bibu will be ready to save Spark if he was to push in. Snookendale, however, trying to find himself a nice angle as well. Now, secretly hasn't actually shot a single bullet. Yes, Brett will take down Snooken just as we scope in, but he is already down to 60 HP. Will be taken out by Spark there. Spark will be salvaging his perfect KD as Red Groove will be doing his last stand now. We'll be losing to Rafale, and last round for Vitality possibly coming in right now.
Yeah, and I'm actually amazed because Chaos notices that they lose the 1v1s, and what do?
Put in more 1v1s.
And then you lose them, and then you lose the round without any trouble. Like the moment you lose the first 1v1, then you have to double team someone to have that advantage, because otherwise, if you keep trading, you keep losing.
Yeah.
And then eventually, in the grand scheme of things, Vitality will take the round, and now they did that regardless, and they are 5-0 up on map point right now. And Chaos, what can you do in return? We see a Monty from Zephyr, and that always gives me a smile.
But they're most likely going to swap it out because that's what they've done the entire time. No, here it comes. Here comes a 6-pick. I'm telling you right now. It's just there for memeing, and they will most likely choose.
If it does not change, I'm happy. But there is a Frost from Secretly, and yeah, baby. Now I don't care that the Monty is being swapped around if it is.
You still get to see the Frost of Secretly.
Yeah, so I'm still happy.
Okay, there
and now we see, and now because we see the Frost, I think that Chaos will actually.
I think Chaos will just instantly win now.
Yeah, they deserve it now. They've won my heart.
They choose Frost, they win our hearts.
They melt our frozen hearts with Frost.
Don't they freeze our hearts then with Frost?
No. Why would you say that?
I mean, if you want to make a word game out of it.
Nah.
Word play?
Nah, you should never do that. That's a bit too
No,
greedy.
like, why would you use word games right on stream?
I don't know, you seem like a silly man, as I always do, as we now see some drones being destroyed by Vitality. Still very happy to see what it will bring. As the boss is walking into the room, so I'm
We have to behave now.
almost hyperventilating.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
People getting ready. Looks like they're gonna do some quick garage push. Actually, no, going up to the roof.
Are you baiting me right now? Saying he'll do a quick garage push and then goes up?
Well, I thought he
Well,
was
it's technically still a garage push, but then on the other side.
He's just on the top of the garage pushing.
Yeah. Alright, I'll give you this one as we now see Vitality just moving around. Friends that they are. And friendship gets you the longest way.
Did you say French that they are or friends that they are?
Both.
Okay, okay.
If they were really French, theoretically they would have a white flag on them at all times. Now, a wall is partially being destroyed from the upper side. Bibu is holding the angle.
And will they be able to get a frag from there, or will Chaos actually be able to get this map? Oh, this round. Let's start with the round.
Sorry for the coughing, I was just dying.
Just a little bit of dying.
Yeah. I missed my banana, so that's when everything goes wrong.
That's why you were making
yes,
gestures.
Oh, definitely, yes. We're now seeing Raphael destroying yet another wall. He has a good sense of destruction. That is just what we need. Claymores in this place for if there would be a run out sooner rather than later. As we see him waiting around, droning, covering himself off. Here's Reynolds just with the Maestro.
Playing in the same position he was playing at yesterday. And yesterday he racked up kill after kill after kill. Now he's gonna make it rain. Just for us.
Ubisoft, please make it rain. As we now see Grip standing there. There's a drone just checking him out. And wow, that's a way to flirt. Which I think is not GDPR approved. As we now
1 minute left though, and it's still a 5-on-5 situation. So this, I would give this round to Chaos if we have to go on it like this. But again, we only see these executes like in the last 30 seconds. But look at how far they are. There's so much barbed wire in between, and Grip's actually getting a double kill there, as Sapphire will take down Secretly.
And the diffuser also being dropped, and now it is a 4-on-3. We see Sapphire going in, trying to pre-fire, but not connecting any shot. As now there is still a little bit of a stalemate, 30 seconds left, and the time is ticking out, and so are the lives and players of Vitality. Grips taking down 2 lovely headshots, and that makes his total go on 3. Boo trying to fight for what he's worth. It's a 1v4, and he can't really do it, can he? 50 seconds left, has the angle, there's a smoke in the way. There's a lesion trap.
The ace! I think, right? Yeah, he was an ace. Because he killed 2. Killed 2. No, +1 is 5. How many kills does he have?
Doubtfully, yes.
Rips is 5 now, so it's an ace because they were on 5 kills total.
Oh yeah,
last round, so it's an ace. Like he went from 0 to 5 real quick.
From 0 to hero, and that is the first round for Chaos. And even if Grips didn't have that 5 kills, I believe they could still have done it pretty much
with the 4. He would have done it as well.
Trouble at all. And now we see the first round coming out from Chaos. If they bring this to overtime, I will be amazed. If they manage to win it, I'll be taking my hat off.
You don't wear a hat, Tollersma.
Maybe I will.
Oh.
All the guys around me have fancy Rainbow Six hats, so I'm slightly
just
jealous.
Borrow one and then take it off.
Yeah, like, oh, hats off to you, sir. Even though they are Swedish and not British.
Do you have a fedora and you can just...
No, please. I would die inside as we again see the Monty coming out at the start, but will it be changed around? Seems like it
we
won't.
will have a Monty.
Yeah, baby.
Vitality, thank you.
Vitality knows how to win, and if only Chaos knew this, they would have been ready.
It would have been 6-1 now then.
And this is just a mind game, because last time around they changed the Monty, and now they're saying, ha, we won't change it at all. Now we're gonna get you. Was it a good French accent?
Oh, were you talking French? I don't
Oui.
Oui or no?
Mais that's allemand, mon ami.
I don't speak French and I don't want to offend anybody. I know how to say that I do not speak French in French.
Oh.
So when someone starts talking French to me, I just say, "Je ne parle pas le français." And everybody's like,
"But
okay.
That sounds so fluent."
Yeah, but that's because loads of practice.
Loads of Frenchies.
That's because a lot of French people start talking French to me, and like at a certain moment you get used to it.
And then you just say your standard line and run away. And now
my standard line and just walk away.
We also have a standard pickup line.
No.
Sad. I would be very eager to hear
I thought
it.
You said that you don't do standard pickup lines.
No, but like, I don't want to call you a basic bitch, but I think that you could actually make it work. Now Monty is coming in through the main door. Yeah, you have the looks, you have the style, as there is now a thermite charge, and there's also a Legion mine stopping down the Monty for a little moment. And so far, it is a little bit of a stalemate, as Chaos is now trying to get that kill, but secretly dies to Spark. Why would you challenge a man like that who's on fire? And he just made another one. Has 1 death, but has many kills to counter that fact. And it's Reynolds now holding the angle, sees the Monty, does a lot of damage, but does not get the kill.
Now Monty's just gonna have a staring contest with him, as Reynolds just quickly checking around.
What you want, buddy?
You see anybody else? Will be tagged down 1 HP, and oof, that's not what Reynolds wanted to have at this point. Now is looking to go into Vitality, their favor. 2 minutes left on the clock. Well, a little less. 1 minute 40. And the wall's about to be opened. Reynolds is really low on HP, and they're missing secretly already. It's going to be up to Snooken, Red Groove, and Grips mainly to clutch this one out. Now, there comes a Beauty. Toxic Babe in position. Just to stall out, but only 2 left, and it's kind of early on, and you don't want to waste them that soon already. You just use it for a possibility to rotate out, though.
Now the nade flies in, it goes boom, but there's a kill from Snook and onto Spark. They have the read and bring it back to a 4-on-4, but we don't forget that Reynolds is very low. The walls are now opening, and Vitality has a good sense of pressure. As they are holding the angles, there's a kill coming in. Rafael with a double, even with a Claymore, but he is now down, possibly due to the same device. As one of the Chaos members was overzealous and is now almost dying. Snooken goes out, gets the kill, gets the diffuser down in his control, but Biboo is still waiting. And that is something Snooken did not really register. Now Scripps, the man that had the ace, that is now in a 1v3, is walking up. Now the player is right around the corner, and it's also Monty holding off the angle. Now he moves up, sees the Monty, gets him down, gets the kill, and now he is going to pre-fire onto Brit. takes some health off him. But still, it is a 1v2. He has to move in, and it is Bibu dealing a little bit more damage. The diffuser being planted, but the kill coming in from Bibu. And that means Vitality wins this map and brings it to a third.
I'm gonna see the second third map now of this entire tournament, and well, whoever wins this will win the 2,000 euros.
Yeah. They
that's gonna be
already
really
have
exciting.
1,000 each, but you can always bump it up to more, as we have a 3,000 euro prize pool. And let's see if they can now do it. We're going to wait for the admins to do a coin
Spark
toss.
the
We're not
madman.
stuck on 0 dash, but Spark on 13-2. And that is a score line, which
Boy, oh boy.
does scare me a little
Well, he
bit.
went from 11 on 0 to 13 on 2. So like as soon as they swapped the side, it just went down a little bit. Like he didn't have a Jaeger, so that's a bit less comfortable. But we're now gonna see if they're gonna choose heads or tails. And for your entertainment, we're not going to do the coin toss here.
For their entertainment, I think they would love it.
I think
But
it's well,
unfortunately,
I think we would accidentally throw it over the railing here, and we'd have to walk all the way down.
Yeah, we don't have the technology to
No.
do it. The technology just isn't there
Maybe,
yet, as there is a heads being called by Chaos.
The admin wants to do it here,
Oh, please no.
behind us. You know, that would be fun.
It's heads, so Chaos can decide if they want to start on either defense or offense.
That means the switch is coming in.
Yes, definitely, and soon the players will be ready, and so will we, as we're going to Villa, a map we've seen before. Even though it's relatively new, the teams are very eager to play on it, and I'm very
free
eager
practice.
to see if it will bring another happy hour for Chaos, or it will be their worst nightmare.
Happy hour.
Yeah, I can't. I still have to drive. That is
You
some-
can, because you still have to drive.
Yeah, I
Did
still
you
have.
say that? Okay.
I can't have a happy
Oh,
hour
you
except with Coke.
Okay.
And then it's sad times. Now, well, we're waiting for the players to ready up. We're just getting set. I'm curious to see, like, after the first map, we're like, oh yeah, Chaos is so dominant, they will win.
So good
And now it's just the other way
And
around
now
it.
watch it. We're gonna get 7-6 in score.
Oh.
But-
Oh.
Because I said it's probably not gonna happen again. But I think so, possibly.
I hope so. It would make me a very, very happy man, as the players are now swapping sides. Chaos is ready. Vitality is prepping themselves. Probably doing some push-ups just to get that blood flowing. And get ready to aim everyone out of existence. And get that pocket money, as you said, ready for the Paris Major.
Yeah.
And they want that money.
Money.
Bring it to the bank. Go to some fancy restaurant with their girlfriends. And that is just the way you like it, as the players are ready. We're going to start this map. We're going to see who will be the champion of the first Siege Summer Series. There you see it. It's such a beautiful map.
Such a beautiful.
Very rustic as well.
Unface. Who?
Okay, Lion will be
see.
banned. We will see a Ying being banned, I believe.
Lion in glass.
Oh. Just throwing it out there out of nowhere, do you? Okay, I'm curious to see. As we see the glass now out, so
Oh.
you are slightly smarter
Look at
after
that.
you, well,
I
fell
had
on
a-
your face the last map,
Yeah.
and you're now trying to act cool because you're
I
just
have to
saying
make
what they
it
did
back.
before. Yeah,
No,
okay,
I
I can understand. I can get
I have to
into
get the
that.
reputation back. Okay.
Okay, and there
Dokkaebi,
is
okay.
the Dokkaebi again being
It
banned.
was either gonna be a Dokkaebi or Lion, so yeah.
No bringing phones as for
Mira.
now, and now indeed I expect a Mira and
An
probably the
Echo.
Echo again,
Yeah.
because those are the most contested
Or
bans.
Vigil.
Oh yeah, Vigil as well. Oh, I
These
almost
guys like
forgot
to
that
ban
one.
Vigil.
Ooh, that might be one of the possibilities, as now the next one will be revealed. It will
Echo.
be an Echo.
Mira.
And then
definitely.
I indeed expect a Mira. Echo is the only one that
However,
sometimes
yeah,
gets
of
rated
course,
around.
Chaos is the one that's banning, and they're playing defense first, so they're really fast on it, so it's probably gonna be Mira. Yeah.
And indeed, putting up the loser signs. One of them is
The
backwards.
faster it is, the more common the ban is. in my
Okay,
opinion.
Okay, or they
At least
just
that's
prep
what I
their stuff.
experience.
Well, like,
So-
usually they know ahead of time what they're gonna do.
Yeah, but sometimes they're still kind of thinking like, okay, do we have something else possibly that we can do? So yeah,
Well, let's see what they will bring to the table. Vitality on the Oh no, wait. The head was still a bit. The header was still a bit changed around, and that's why our production was already running away. He fixed it, and now it's Chaos in defensive. So I was already confused because Chaos won the toss, and now they got to choose where they want to start and where they can start their road to victory, possibly. Unless if somehow the dash of Bibu will ruin their dreams, whilst Brit is changing around to a Jackal.
I'm questioning what team will stand out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Gonna be the most
bombs.
important thing.
Yeah. Well, like Jackal, we've seen him on the quarterfinal days. And then on the semifinals, we didn't really see Jackal being played on this map. Despite it being so effective, relatively.
The quarterfinals were, of course, you're not playing against teams with the same caliber for most of them. Like, of course, it's Pro League teams playing against the Challenger League teams. And Deus and First Gaming. So, yeah, like, you're definitely going to play different there than you would play against the actual Pro League teams.
Yeah, and like what I also noticed from the Pro League teams is that they turtle a bit faster. So what does the Jackal then still do if you're already in the turtle mode? You just know the position. You could know from either droning or just running in yourself. So there is no real added value in the end, unless if you're expecting a very heavy drone strat from your opponents. And sometimes Chaos does bring that with a secretly, and also Rips doing some great stuff.
Secretly already getting tagged somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, he's gone a bit aggressive early on a lot of times, and now he's just running around, but Zephyr's around the angle, and he sees that a window is slightly bumped up and does not try to contest it whatsoever. It's Brit now scanning, hoping to find someone, and ooh, there is the pulse now being tracked.
That is secretly who is
down and the combi as well, the Jackal drone and the Lion drone, and he's already half HP. He's low, he's being wallbanged, but he does get away for now, but for how long? It is Vitality with a annoying great setup, and the dash will actually not hit someone, but it was so close.
He actually got more damage down on secretly.
No, he was already this low, I believe.
I think it
or
was
maybe it was just a minor bit, as he now spots a player, says, "Hey, hello there, darling. Where are you going?"
Oh, that's so unlucky. Almost takes down Sapphire there, though.
Yeah, but he's also scared for the vertical gameplay, which is opened up right here. And now he will try to get some more scanning. But again, the Jackal has him in its tracks. And it's also the Lion drone. It's a deadly combi. And he has to run. And now he's running away. But will he run to his death? No, not yet. Snooken though with the refrag now, making it a 5v4. It's Chaos in the lead somehow, because they're so incredibly running away. And
there
the focus
he
for
goes.
Vitality was on Secretly, who is now down.
It took them 2 entire minutes to get him killed. Spark down, picking up Crips as well. So doing good job there, Sparks. Who is now pushing through. 1 minute left, and spots there. Reynolds, who he did not hit as of yet, but he didn't get hit either. So no real worries as of yet. Now as he rotated out, as the proximity on the concussion did not detonate. Bibu, knowing one is holding the angle, so will most likely be waiting as well.
Well, and now there is a evil eye just around the corner, destroyed right now. Zephyr is low from the wallbang from Secretly. And will that tunnel vision on the pulse eventually come to haunt them? They have the advantage to the side of Vitality. And now they just have to get in. There is some lifelines being shot, but also the Sophia very low right now. The smoke being thrown in, and that's more delay. As there's still one canister left being thrown to the other entry point. But a little bit of a block from Red Groove does scare Snooken.
Oh, actually down coming out there, I believe, from the smoke. As Snooken now will be killing. Oh, just turned so quickly around up to Chaos's favor. As it's just Rafali left now who has to do this. He's low on HP. Will be going in, but Snooken will be there to catch him. And that means round 1 will be going up to Chaos.
And that is just a great setup. But I do think that the running around of Secretly gave them so much time.
Definitely.
Where also Vitality was not really thinking about what to do. Just, oh, we see the pinks, we have to get him. And then they just lost track of real setups.
You see what's happening here. Like, the ping is going down and the line, and like he's running around because so he's constantly like red outline. And they just tunnel vision on trying to get him. But if he does it right, he will not be they can't get him. So
Well, it was so close at the start,
was
so
really close
I
at the
can
start.
imagine them being a little bit salty because they did so much damage.
yeah,
But eventually they could not get him, had to invest so much utility into getting that one player, which eventually also led to them having some problems with the time. And now Kavira for your boy, secretly the man, the myth, the legend, who is ready to destroy even more players. As it is Vitality now back against it on this last map. It's Chaos starting on the defensive side, which is favored. They are making a good head start, but well, let's see if we go to overtime once again.
yeah. Let's see about that. Of course, this next round will be really important. If Chaos also manages to take this, then oh boy, Vitality will be in a bad spot. As you know, especially when they reach trio. Then Vitality definitely needs to think about, okay, what are we going to do now? Because they kind of won every single side. They need to win.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
So the 3-0 marker is really something that you have to watch out for as an attacking team.
5 seconds left before
Well, now they have set up, and now the attack will come in. Will we see the same deadly combo? I believe we will, and I'm curious to see if it this time punishes a bit faster. But a Kavira is a very rapid guy to run around, or woman I should say, before I get all the hashtag #MeToo on Twitter.
Oi, oi, oi.
Hey, you never know, mate.
You never know.
I want to cover myself, cover my tracks, but that is something Career will try to do as well, but it is not as effective in game as it is maybe in real life. As we now see, Grips just a little bit aggressive.
Yeah. Good position here, though.
Oh, and those open walls might prove to be deadly for the Vitality side. They happen to sleep for just that little moment. And Grips has the right timing.
Krebs definitely has the right angle here, though, to possibly pick up 1 or 2 if they are moving through. If he's smart, he's just going to pick up 1 and run away.
But who plays smart nowadays?
A lot of people do.
Boring, you would say, but luckily it is the best way to approach it, as they are now droning. They're going to team it up, but there's no Jackal track coming out just yet, so the players can't sit still, but they are also dying. Renault's dying to Brit, and Scripps already at half HP being chased out, but he will go aggressive once again, but he will die. It's Spark, the man of the hour from the last map, will bring it back, but secretly with the pistol, with a kill onto Brit.
Now, of course, could not really do the interrogation as there's people so close to him. No, he will have to check that. Did not check that. People will get that headshot onto secretly. And that's unfortunate there. He had such a good flanking potential there, but because he didn't check the angle, he was punished for it. Now, Spark will be, entering from below. It's going to be up to Redgroove and Snooken to clutch this out. We have seen them do it before, and I believe Snooken still has 3 gas canisters left. So, if they all would be to push from one side, Snooken has it covered.
But Redgroove has the angle right here, gets peeked off, and it's Snooken with the opener onto Biboo, makes it a 3-on-2. And there is, I believe, still a Lion drone coming out as the Legion mines are being thrown out, and that are 3 brand new ones, ready to damage your opponents and stall them for that little bit longer.
Now 2 more gas canisters left, 30 seconds of possible delay. Actually, one pre-planted, second one will be going out there. And now they will have to start doing something about that. Just quick damage going down. Nothing too serious as of yet. More goo mines being deployed. Everything going down. Stuns going out. All the utility coming out you could probably wish for. As the final beauty is being deployed.
And now the first kill comes in from Redgroove 2v2. The time is up. The defuse is being planted. And now they do get it down. It is a equal situation. But Redgroove gets the first kill. But Rafael with a double kill with that SMG. And that is one way to do it once again. And look at it, just a spray down a transfer, and that is a round for Vitality, and that is how to bring it to a 1-on-1.
Yeah, definitely, and it looked like they were actually able to get it, though, because it was a 2-on-2 situation. They brought it down to Dan. Well, the 2-on-1, I was definitely thinking, okay, well, Chaos will actually have this one in the bag, but then Rafael has something different to say about that.
I actually expected Snooken to push a little bit earlier.
I expect him to push with his one shotgun shot and kill someone with that.
Yeah, but like they have someone committed. Like you throw your smoke, you have a little bit of coverage as well from that, and then you can just go in, try to get those kills, even spray just to distract and give your boy Red Groove a little bit more room to work with. He got 1 kill, but eventually was just Rafael behind the counter, being ready, getting that double kill with a beautiful spray down. And now it is Vitality being still in it, and they will try it once again with a similar setup. On the other side, we see Caveira again for Secretly, who does favor it on this map a lot. But we haven't seen it work to the greatest of success.
We have been seeing on this map in general a lot. And I think it's because like the bottom floor gives you a good way of getting around.
And it's very big as well.
Yeah, and like you have a silent step ability, so you're going to be hard to be heard. And why in God's name will you get control of the basement? You don't need it.
No.
For anything, so you know it's a free way of moving around. For
well, like
Secretly.
maybe a Claymore from Vitality could actually stop
but
that.
a silence pistol to take it out.
Yeah, that's true. That's also sad. At least it's something he has to think about then. Of course, he will always check it out.
Yep.
But now you can actually have that little bit extra of delay. Maybe when you're just coming in and maybe you'll panic. Maybe it will result in a kill. It would be sloppy, but you never know what's going to happen at these high pressure situations.
You actually saw him wait on site so he wouldn't be spotted by any drones. So it will be a complete surprise that they have a Caveira. You know, even though they've played it for the last 3 rounds. 2 rounds.
Yeah, I was just going to think, well, I saw a pulse as well, and that was almost a very interesting. It's only played it for 1 round. As we now see Chaos again on the defense, of course, for 3 more rounds, including this one. As they have an interesting setup, which sort of worked against their former opponents. In the previous matchup that went to overtime, that went to a 7-5. It was against T3H.
Alright.
Unfortunately, just lost. But now we boo with the over against the Renaults, and that is Chaos already falling, and the Maestro is out of the equation. Evil Eyes, of course, still deployed for some more vision. And at least the big rifle is gone. And the beard as well.
Poor Maestro. And here you hear you don't hear the silent step of Secretly. Actually, walking to a drone. It's quite unlucky there.
And now there's also the Ash just around the corner. Probably heard the footsteps as well, as the silent step was on cooldown. But Bibu is looking the wrong angle, will die, and no interrogation. Secretly just a little bit to trigger happy. But now he's hiding just in time for the Lion drone. And now he gets away to a new position, as the camera is now being destroyed by Zephyr.
The interrogation couldn't actually happen as Zephyr was already on points, like straight away, using the E1D to actually spot out the Caveira if she was going for interrogation. So they used the utility. So they baited out utility with that, so that's a good thing.
Yes, and now we still have a 4-on-4 due to that refrag of your main man. Secretly, probably one of the most effective roamers we've seen in a long while. As we now see Spark droning, getting some info. But Red Groove has just been camping this side for a long time and has been doing a great job. As a new drone just drives by. As a happy kid just bought some new toys.
Definitely. Now Secretly still roaming around, and seems like Vitality has given up on the search. Giving him free movement up here, and that's something that is quite dangerous, given a Caveira free movement. It's actually a drone just got killed, so that is information that is coming out. Someone is rotating to quickly hold off a different approach, as there's 10 seconds left. Now this last one is going to be a good one, as they need to push in, and Secretly is actually getting pushed, getting killed eventually by Spark.
And now it's a 4-on-3 and the time is running out. They are doing the diffuser on the ground, but damage is coming in, and eventually he gets down by the smoke, and the round is won by Chaos. It's a 2-1 lead for them, and now they are on the right foot in this last map. Vitality though not out for the count, bringing it very close, but eventually too close. And it seems like the guys of Chaos are just holding it down. And this time they did not fall for Rafael.
Normally they would have got that diffuser down in time, but because Bandit came in, Crips came in, just basically one shot was enough to make sure the smoke did the rest.
Yes, and well, sometimes it's just that little love tap that turns someone's day all around, and that is just what you want to see. Little difference, and now we see a new round, the same setup for both parties, except for Secretly, who now first sets up with the pulse, but will change it to Kavira once again. And well, the past few rounds has been more annoying and more effective than we've seen it before.
Yeah, true.
And now we do actually see it as a possible success, as we see them go head to head once again.
Attackers need to locate
And
and
let's
defuse
see,
bombs.
Vitality, can they make it a tennis match? Or will it still be chaos just reigning supreme?
Or is it going to be a tennis match again where they'll grab all their balls and smash them in Vitality face?
It's my favorite kind of match.
Yeah.
It's the best. Just the way it should be played. As long as I'm not on the receiving end of that one. Well, now we see, of course, reinforcements that we know so well, which have all been tried and tested in all the scrims they've had, preparing for the Paris Major and just the games in
10
general.
seconds left before
As we
insertion.
see now the action phase starting again. I'm curious to see, because like the Jackal and Lion combi, only they did that in the first round and afterwards they didn't.
Attackers objective
Yeah, and
is
that's
locate a
might be
bomb
why
and
they
defuse
bring it back now, because, I mean, it almost worked then, even though they tunnel visioned a little bit, but they need that information.
Yeah, well, maybe they're scared of the tunnel vision as well. That's why they're not really deploying it
Yeah,
too
but like
often.
secretly is basically being a pain in the ass, and one way to track Kavira is to actually use Jekyll. Now, of course, the silence step still counters the track of the scanner of Jekyll. While active, you won't put down footsteps, and while active, one of those scans will not actually activate on you. So you'll only get 1 or 2 scans if you scan a Kavira.
Oh,
But it's still
there is
information.
the barrel spotted by Bibu, and there is your drone going away. That crab walk was a bit intimidating by Kavira. It looked like she was just messing with us, but now in the basement, of course, Secretly thinks this is his home, but there is a spot from the Jackal, but also a kill onto Spark, where Nulls opens things up and falls back to the safe place. And
Here.
finds up the side.
Killing Renils is a really big thing here as a... I mean, killing Spark is a really big thing here by Renils, as that kill was a really important one. Spark doing such a great job in killing basically anybody on the Chaos side.
And like the sad thing right now is that the Jackal scanned for a Legion, and the Legion of Red Group is pretty much sitting on side every time, so it doesn't really add too much unless if he's on a wall-bangable floor. But then again, you would expect a buck in your team to give some better results than what you have now.
Well, we see the drone actually being taken out, E1D being activated, so probably prompting a push from Bibu coming in somewhere soon. Now, look at Secretly still being, you know, in the hide. He's hiding, he's not showing himself. He's barely making any noise.
Around.
Now, there's actually an operator solo near him, but he doesn't see that.
A bomb has been located.
Just chilling, and they now spot a bomb. There's 50 seconds left, so Vitality is making their way to a bomb site, pre-firing, destroying some utility that is in the way. But now they do have to move, as they're now going outside to have that pincer movement. They're losing so much time, and they now have to move. And around the corner, there's Bibu now being tagged up. We'll try to wallbang back, but Snooken is already falling back, and he does not really care.
Yeah, now the jumping coming in there from the Hibana from Raphael. And actually, Snooken taking him down there. 3-5 situation. Next E1D coming out before Secretly takes down Sapphire. And it's a 1-on-5 now as Brit gets grip. But he's not going to be in time. 10 seconds left. And there comes Secretly in the back with the Kavera. Actually getting 2 kills this round. And being a real pain in the ass. Just staying alive long enough to actually come in the back.
Your worst nightmare, but I am very confused by the way Raphael died there. They knew Snooken was in that vicinity, and they thought, oh, well, he's a smoke, he'll fall back. But why would you, though? It's still an angle someone else could play there.
Maybe they're falling, like they're losing focus a little bit. It's been a long day, of course. They had to wait long. And waiting is basically, that kills your focus.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, we're going to watch it. But then, of course, we had some unfortunate downtimes, which do add up in your frustration and your, well, impatience, maybe. Despite these guys being professionals, but now it is a 3-1 scoreline where Chaos has a significant lead, despite them sometimes having a little bit of trouble. And will we see the Caveira once again,
Nope,
or
we
will we
won't.
finally see the Pulse
We'll
again
see a
coming
pulse
out?
coming out from secretly now. As they're going kitchen dining now. I believe you can actually see for that from below, but I'm not completely certain. As Bibu is not sure on what to pick yet. We'll be picking up a buck as a soft breacher.
And that is a pick that we've seen on this map many times, but not this matchup yet.
Attackers need to locate
And that's
and
quite
Sure.
weird, because especially with the nade game, it is quite interesting. And if you look at how Chaos is playing, they don't have the ADS, so you don't really have to invest
have to
that much
worry.
utility.
Yeah, you just find out where they are and you try and bounce it off properly and you get a kill.
Well, of course, maybe they've learned from what they just saw before. And I don't know if you still remember, but the Legion impact nades on the Thermite charges were
Yeah, they have been
probably
annoying.
some of the most humiliating things
Yeah.
I've ever seen in my life.
Like you want to keep on trying and then
10 seconds left
Red
before
Groove is just sitting there like, no.
He's just giggling like, oh, you trying again? Well, I'll just punish you once again, as we see
You
now.
got 2 thermite charges, I got 2 impact nades.
Attackers are moving
And
to
one thing that is worth noticing is now that there is no Jackal. And that means that secretly is hunted down a little bit less, and he's now running around like a madman, happy as can be. Goes back to his basement, as we can call it. And yeah, well, like the problem is when Vitality would go in, what would you do? The basement is so huge,
It's
so relatively
huge, it
open.
takes so much time to clear out.
Yeah,
and then
you make so little room, because
you
the
make
moment
no,
that
you get
Pulse
no
spots
control.
you, yeah, like when you get spotted going down to the basement, it's like, oh, I'll go
It's
out of the
better
basement.
just to keep 2 guys on flank watch. Or 1, maybe even.
Probably yes, as we now see Brit just destroying some windows because he doesn't really like the color of them. That's just a long way to go, as his Red Groove holding this angle, having put down some Legion mines, but the drone is now spotting him. Little does he know, as he's looking the wrong way, but he's also secretly scanning a little bit to help him out.
Yeah, but Crips is near him though, so if anybody would be coming from that way, Crips will be there to save him before he should be killed. Now, 1 minute 40 left. Basically no control whatsoever. They have their bed. Well, that is something. Pulse is now getting spots, so has to rotate out and
Ooh, a little spot on a player, but eventually it went straight away. And now they know they ping, and they will shoot it. Sapphire with the first one. It's Grips going down, and the 5v4. I believe they know the position of yet another player. Indeed, it's Spark taking out Red Groove and taking little to no damage. It's Vitality now turning things up in the right way, as we see secretly still trying to scan around. Spotted the player just before, but now he can't find him. He can't find any of them, despite them being close. And now it is a very tough pill to swallow for Chaos, who just took a decent lead, but now secretly has 1 kill. Goes to 1 HP though.
yeah, quite low, but of course still has a C4 to work with, so I mean, just as deadly. He can basically kill anybody without even having to be seen.
Oh, but Snooken is making so much noise, and around the corner there is a player. He will throw a smoke though, but Yabana is ready to destroy the wall and destroy the dreams of his team.
Yeah, he's quickly pinging it out like this is being opened. We have to do something about it. Oh, that's a nade coming in. Double kill from Bibu. And that is such a good grenade right there. It's going to be all up to Renaults now to stop this. He cannot move because of the Echo drone. The E1D actually doing some damage. Will be getting the first frag there. Will be peeking the second. Not quite hitting him as of yet. Sees the planter. Will be trying to get the shot. Cannot get it done. Will have to go for the other one, but won't make that shot and be taken out by Bibu, who made a beautiful double kill there with that grenade. And, well, salvaging that round, basically.
Well, if the Maestro would get that kill on the defuse planter, I would believe he could actually win the round.
Yeah,
he
he
would
could
have
just
had
run
2
off.
kills. He would then have the position. The time was running out, and then it would possibly go to Chaos, and that would be a very big throw from Vitality. Luckily, it did not happen, and now we see a 3-2 scoreline, as we're now swapping sides. Vitality on the defensive side, which is often a little bit favored, but with Chaos, you never know what they're gonna do.
No, you never know, but we saw them struggle on attack last time they played this map. So, I would give the favor to Vitality.
Oh.
They had 1 attacking round in 5. And that was because they luckily picked up the smoke for a second.
But, well, I must say that in the Caster Curse fashion, every time we say, oh, well, this team is now gonna win, we've had it wrong in this final, as so far it's been very confusing.
I did say Chaos would win, and I did say Fatality would win.
Yeah, but, well, let's look at the scores in the past few maps. It is Chaos winning Oregon, the map pick of Vitality, with a 6-2. And then the other way around, it's 6-1 for Vitality on Clubhouse. And how in the world does that happen? Winning each other's map pick with such convincing scores. And then they go to Villa, and then it's suddenly head-to-head, and they bring it very, very close.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting, but I think it's gonna go to overtime, probably.
Well, you think, and I know.
You know it's going overtime.
Oh yes, I will. I believe, I hope. We're never going home, Hop. We're gonna stay here forever. We're gonna sing in the karaoke machine, and our life's gonna be great. I see the admins already think, oh, what song am I going to pick? I think it's I Want It That Way from the Backstreet Boys. As well, he is one very smart lad. And now the extra phase is starting. Vitality will have to fend off the attackers, where we see a buck and a slash, so double self-destruct.
They do not like walls.
And indeed, but it is actually a good one against the castle. So
yeah, but then like they're bashing him in anyway because Sledge's on the other side of the map.
Well, that's unlucky.
That's unlucky.
Improvement points for the setup of Chaos, as they are now slamming down those castle walls. But still, they're making very little to no progress, and that's already 1 minute down from the clock and into the pocket of Vitality.
Yeah, but we have seen the last attacks, like only the last 30 seconds matter. Whatever like happens in these 2 minute 30 doesn't really matter.
No, but you want to see some action, and they want to grab some control, and that's why you see secretly on the Ash destroying a camera, moving in, pre-firing everywhere, but not really daring to get any closer, as it is a scary time right here. And my oh my, are we getting somewhere? Not really. Oh, now the nades. Oh,
here comes the grenades again.
Oh, this is actually a good one. And it's a kill on two Braid, and it's a 5-on-4. And there is the start from Vitality, what they were looking for. Bibu slightly tagged, but also some damage on towards the buck. It's Granules who is now under fire, and Zephyr is actually hunting him down. The drones are now coming in. And will that give some more info? Yes, it will. And there is a kill, so they know there's two guys in astronomy. But they can't find him just yet. There is pressure from downstairs, and that could actually take down Zephyr, as the drones are still running around. There's 1 minute left on the clock.
Arnold's quickly going to drone to find Zephyr's new location there. Has spotted it. Now the drone is there, so Zephyr knows that he has been spotted. That is such a like a nasty angle to kill if you're an attacker. And the only thing that can basically help you is a grenade from Sledge, who is coming to the aid anytime soon now.
Well, there is some distraction destroying the barbed wire, and there is Sledge coming in. It's Red Group with the first kill. Zephyr with a refrag though, and Bibu still standing by, makes it a 3v3. The advantage that Chaos had is now gone, and down the drain as Ravel takes two. It's Red Group in his own, well, world, taking down one player, still needs to find two. And has that bearing 9 going in, but has only 50 seconds left, and has got the diffuser, but barely any HP and barely any hope and chance to win the round, as Bibu takes him out. And it's yet another one for Vitality, brings it back to a 3-on-3 and starts off defending quite well.
Yeah, definitely, and well, they had such a good advantage, gave that away somehow. I think they think, you know, they had to kill the Jaeger playing there, and they couldn't find a way.
Yeah, they didn't know that angle existed, maybe, and they just didn't know how to get that pixel away.
Well, he should have just gone downstairs and like pick it up from the floor below.
Yeah, but well, I think they were scared time-wise. They want to keep the pressure, because otherwise, well, he might have rotated. But then again, they didn't know that Bibu was playing there, so when the Sledge went up, his lives went down, and he would eventually be killed, and that made it a easy 3-3 scoreline. Vitality bringing it back, and we'll try to get the lead now for the first time this map, as we see a similar setup from the side of Chaos. But will we see the same from Vitality once again? I believe so.
Definitely looks like it. At least.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
We're waiting to see how this round will develop.
And by the way, I haven't gone all sellout for quite some time. For those of you who aren't following just yet, do follow this channel, as at the end of September on here the Benelux League will continue. It will be season 2 and you can get in on all the action casted by me, Toldersma, and of course my beloved, my passionate, my wise half.
Wise.
Yeah, especially wise.
Yeah.
As you can
Predictions
also,
on point and stuff.
follow us on Twitter. My Twitter is @Toldersma. And this man right here is @hap_r6.
Yep.
And we bring you the best and most beautiful selfies. Slightly not safe for work, but you know what you want. As we're now watching for a new round. It is Vitality trying to get that lead. They have the best papers. They've just done a great job getting back from a, well, deficit in players. But now they have to do that once again, or just get the lead straight away, which would be a smarter move. Zephyr is now setting up for that position. Actually destroys the wall under him.
Yep. Try and get a lucky spray, possibly. I don't know.
You know, maybe just get that info so he can be the one not being sprayed down by a lucky spray when they just try to clear him. Or you can just look down and say, hey, hello, thanks for visiting, and goodbye. See you in the next round, darling. This now secretly is putting down some pressure, will not spot anyone.
Fully blind Zephyr just got really bright on my eyes as well. As well, just see some nice roams going out from everybody. I believe Sparks is just chilling. Secretly, he's just holding an angle.
Yeah, he's just chilling, just waiting around, as we are now waiting what Renils will do with this little punch angle. It's just Zephyr again at this angle saying, hey, this is quite aggressive. The observer's like, oh, such a Mexican standoff. I couldn't even believe this villa is in Mexico, because it's in Italy. We see now Renault's fighting with Zephyr. He just went up the angle. He's losing a lot of life and can't do an equal amount of damage. Will die to Crips. And why did he move off? He was scared for secretly. And rightfully so, as he's now given up that position and also the advantage towards the guys of Chaos.
Well, he had to move out though, because staying there would have also meant his death. Absolutely. So it's just unlucky that Crips was there, but there was nothing else he could do really at that situation except for switching out to a pistol and hope for the best.
Well, hoping is sometimes something you can do, but it doesn't really deliver you a lot of kills. You need aim for that. And maybe some great teammates, as Bibu is hunting, has an angle where he expects someone to be. Well, he is a great player. Gets the headshot onto Renuls, and it's Snooken not really paying attention, making it a 4-on-3, 4-on-2. Is Bibu just getting a triple, running around. And is he a new Ashmay? What the hell?
Ashmay, but then on the castle body right there, as it's just going to be up to Red Groove and Crips to, you know, bring this back into their favor. As people just had some fun, kill 3 people right there, like it was nothing.
Well, that is what you do when you play a bit anti-meta, anti-logical, where players expect you just to turtle down, because that is what they would do. And if you do the opposite, you actually can get the advantage. And now Brit gets one more kill. It's Crips going down, and Red Groove tagged up and eventually killed, making it a 4-2-3 for Vitality. And they are very happy about that one.
Definitely, and they're going to be the first team who has the opportunity to get to tournament point. As, well, they are looking quite strong right now. And again, Chaos does not look quite strong on the attack.
Of course, and they want that money here. There is a total of 3,000 up for grabs. The second team will get 1K. But of course, the winners will get double that, just to be the pimps and show that they are the champions. They will go to the Paris Major with a very big smile on their face. But well, let's first see who will win. It's currently Vitality doing their hardest. Are getting closer. 2 more rounds needed, unless if we go to overtime.
Yeah, definitely. But if we are going to continue the same trend that we're following right now, that would mean that Vitality would be winning this round.
You're so trendy talking about
trends. Well, we're talking about trends all the time.
Yeah. Suddenly we're going
just
to
following the
give fashion advice, as, well, we're going to see a Bandit now being picked up by Zephyr. And on the other side, you have an Ash 4 secretly.
defenders. Protect your
Well,
bombs from
so
being
far,
defused by
I'm just
attackers.
more amazed by Bibu, what he just did with that castle. Getting those 3 kills and just bringing back a round which seemed to be lost. But that's just the way to do it sometimes. Going crazy, going ham, trusting in your own aim. And if that is enough.
I saw him play really sneakily, just checking if the drone actually saw him or not. And as that drone was not being watched, he knew like, okay, no one saw me, so I can just move on. That's how he got kills like that. Now, of course, Snooken should have known, because Buck just died there, so I don't know why he was still watching the hatch at that point.
Well, now we do see Vitality being set up, and well,
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
we do get some new water crew carriers. Amazing. Admin is such a multifunctional man. A lad of unknown proportions. As we do see chaos. They want to fight, they want to do better what they did in the previous round, where they really just messed up, and now they do it again. It's Rafael with the opener, as Renewal's already being downed off HP for the Maestro. And now there is a fetcher going in, and will Snooken get the refrag, or will he not? There is such a troubling prospect when you already lose a player so early on in half a minute.
Definitely now we are going to see the Hibana actually open up some holes, and I think he
timing,
moved
that's
just in time as secretly takes down Bibu, and Snooker will be taking down Zephyr. This is a 3-4 situation now, suddenly in favor of Chaos, who are willing to bring it back, and Spark going down as well. Snooken getting the frag on Rafael is just up to Brit now, who has to make this happen. Brit will be getting the first one secretly, but it's not gonna happen. Snooken will be taking down Brit, and it's gonna be 4-4. And well, next one, they're saying no to your tournament point as of yet to Vitality.
Yeah, and it seems like Chaos is saying that they are way more trendy and they just bring it back. And wow, that first frag coming in from Vitality, but then somehow the communication is just not there. There is a hole in the wall, they don't say it, and suddenly people try to make plays for themselves, and it doesn't really work. They should just turtle, should just know what to do. And eventually they did not, and that means it is now a 4-4, and both teams still have equal opportunity to get this map and even the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. They're still same on the even ground, and well, this round will most likely going to be really important, as that team will feel the most safe about this tournament and the next round after.
Yeah, when you're on a map point and tournament point even, you know at least that you have the chance to at least go to overtime or just win it straight up. So there's a little bit less pressure, as we do see a Blackbeard now coming out, and that is something different entirely. On the other side, we saw a last minute change. I believe it was Brit going for that castle, and it is now Vitality just pulling out the crazy things to change things up, hopefully for the better, but maybe for the worse.
Well, they did not win the last round, so they do have to change something up, of course, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're choosing a different side. They're going to have a different approach as well, where we will see, I think, Brit on the roam.
Ooh. Well, if you would put Bibu on the roam with the castle, he would make me a very happy man, but with Legion he also can. Or at least that is what I believe. As we see Brit just chilling around, using all his armor panels, and also reinforcing the walls like the real teammate he is. And now we see the action phase already underway. We hear all the shots being rattled down, being shot through some walls, as we saw on the last map, where a Dokkaebi had the opening, or last series, which had the Dokkaebi had an opening through a window.
Yeah.
The first few seconds of a round, despite it not even being a spawn peak.
But they have to swap up their kind of like attack now, because if you check like last time, Brit is playing in the same spot again. They have no way of taking him out. There's like an ADS near, most likely. Yeah, there is, right there in the middle of the room. So like they cannot nade him out, so they have to shoot him actually. And Ash, like, could do it possibly if he uses his thing right now. It's smart for using a Blackbeard there to possibly try and get that first shot. Didn't really work out though for the first try. Has one more face shield to go for it, but looks like Brit rotated off. As Brit is now behind the desk instead of behind that little box here. Actually going back on it, and the frag doesn't go down as Bieber will be taken out circularly before Reynolds will take down Brit. So a 4-on-4 situation still. And Bieber with another frag taking down Reynolds.
He is ready to pause and gets a kill, but gets tagged up as well as the man in the window will shoot him down, but not get a kill. Scripps just running away also with his tail between his legs. There's already a little bit of an entry point from Red Groove. He's now also hugging the wall, which isn't too smart, as that just stings.
Just make sure you make some nice noises for everybody to hear. Snookin quickly going on his drone, checking out if there's anything that he needs to know. Now, we'll be finding one of the locations, but there's still Ref LA to take care of on the west side of the building, who has been so annoying to that one door. Snookin is playing from Red Groove. Will be picking up Zephyr, back on a 3-and-3. Krebs quickly pulling out one of those needles, and it's still an anyone's ball game at this point. Any of these two teams could go to tournament point if they are, you know, being strong enough for it.
Yes, and now there is still Spark playing the bandit. Wow. That's a smart
That's a
name
sparky stuff right there.
And now they did have the communication about that peeking hole, and they did not die for a change. And they have that advantage sort of, but now Bibu is dying. Red Groove will take the kill, but will be traded out as Spark dying for his sins. It's only Rafael in a 1v2, and suddenly when time is running out, they do bring it back, and it is a peek, but it is not a kill. There's 2 pings coming out. Where's Rafael looking to, as he does do some damage, but he will die, and that means Chaos now has the map and tournament point, and I don't know why he was looking to the left, as there were 2 pings coming out constantly.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to shoot the guy on that bomb side, and maybe he thought, I don't know, like what was going through his mind, but he might have wanted to be just careful enough.
Well, it's evil. I just said, hey, there's 2 people right here.
Okay,
one is planting the diffuser, the other one
might
is
be
just
communication thing then, or just him not, you know, processing all the information correctly.
You know, usually you go with a ton of adrenaline, like as if Finka is on your team.
And you don't hear everything, and you don't see everything.
Or people are calling it at such a rate, and with so many people at the same time, that you just filter out everything out of sheer panic, and you just try whatever you can, and then indeed you lose like that, and your team is still it. But if you're a good enough team, you won't actually let that be heard by your teammate, because, well, everyone makes mistakes.
But however, though, because of Red Groove's and Snookin's entries, they're now on map, match, and tournament points. So,
most definitely
something good to say about that. They won their 2nd attack round. They're safe now for at least overtime. So they must be going into this a lot more relaxed than Vitality should be.
Yes, and now that 5-4 is looming. Vitality is already feeling the pressure, is now setting up. We see Spark now on the castle, so they're swapping up the roles a lot, and that is quite interesting because we don't really see that happen too often.
Well, they might have different, you know, might not be on roles, but on different bomb sites you have different operators, so that's actually a common thing to do. As you play a certain role, and sometimes like this, he's like, no, I'd rather have Jaeger when I roam for this side because of the higher caliber, so I do more penetration damage, stuff like that. So can you take Castle, for example? That might be the thing that is going on like that.
It's logical, seems like a decent reasoning, as we now see them cooking up a nice meal for when they go into battle, because sometimes you just need those snacks. As we see Vitality now trying to hold up this tournament, bring it to overtime, and that would be a great way to continue this final. As well, we've had some great games, especially in the 2nd semi-final between Chaos and T3H.
Definitely. And now, well, we had a 6-1, a 6-2, and now a 4-5. Really close out of nowhere. Like, I wouldn't expect that, but
yeah, Reynolds has the angle towards that box, and now he sees a player, and the prep was too late from Zephyr. He loses half his HP. And that is so weird, because he was there in the start, but did not clear it effectively. Now, yeah, if that box is in the way, you won't spot much as a player, and now you don't have the position.
And you wanted to get behind that box, but Reynolds is like, if you're not behind there, yeah, I'm going to stop you from getting there, because we can simply not deal with you if you're behind that.
Yeah, but the drones are now also being destroyed. The Zephyr even taking more damage. Reynolds losing one of his shields though. And that is something to start off with, as Brit is using that vertical gameplay to maybe hinder the side of Chaos. Yes, they do still want that money. They still do want that title, especially. And they want to make their home country proud. But it's Chaos now with the first frag. It's Snooken and Reynolds both going in, and it's a 5-on-2 in just a matter of seconds. It's only Brit and Raphael left. They are on the lower floor, but they are standing by for the push coming in. They have their angles, they have their utility, but they don't have their teammates, and that is maybe the most important. As now the push is slowly coming in.
Yeah, 1 minute left though, and 2 of these canisters to work with. Only 30 seconds of slowing as Brit will take down Snooken as a first start. 2 and 4 situation. Still doable. They have plenty of time. However, this vertical play does not assist Rafali as he's taken down to 25 HP by the Blackbeard. Crips quickly opening up the castle barricade so they have some good movement through. They do not have to wait and, you know, for the door to actually be opened.
There's still a lot of ADSs on the side. There's also like a ton of stun nades for Chaos to be thrown in as Raphael goes aggressive. He tries to make it work, goes in, sees a player, does some damage, but has to run away. Still low, still scared, still being hunted down.
Yeah, still the sledge above to put down pressure from above, so that's why he couldn't stay there, as instantly he ran there to support his team and is looking bad now. 15 seconds and well, there comes a drop there. We'll be getting that frag. Brit will be taking down Crips and secretly is about to actually get taken out as well. 5 seconds left, and I believe the diffuser is not being planted yet. The diffuser actually got downed right there, and Reynolds has to get the plant down, but it won't be doing it, and it will be going up to overtime now. Vitality managed to clutch it out as the diffuser wasn't being planted and actually got down last second.
How in the world does that happen, and how does Chaos, with all that time in the world, all those players ready, all that utility, still mess it up?
Did they with an amazing kill on the sledge. Sledge dropped in a bit too greedy there, and that's what, you know, started off the downhill.
Yeah, but they also had so many stun knights, and I didn't see any of them pop. I think they were maybe scared that they actually messed themselves up. But why not just throw them in just to scare those players, know that their ADS is down, so they don't rely on that?
I don't know. But they're going to start an attack again, so Vitality won 3 rounds in defense.
Yep. Just like Chaos did, and that's how you get to overtime. Is 5-5, and they're bringing us some show. And wow, it is confusing. It is Chaos.
Definitely.
It was also seemingly alive, as we now see the Valkyrie coming out for Bibu, and we don't see a castle for a change.
No castle. No IQ either to deal with the Valkyrie, so that could be a really good pick right here. As we are going up to the top floor. And I'm going to be really interested to see how they will deal with it, because I believe they do not have any impact nades to deal with Hibana opening up. So, yeah. Let's see if Chaos can actually recover themselves from what just happened and actually win this attack now, because it was supposed to be their attack. But somehow, Vitality managed to clutch it out.
Yes, and now the action phase is about to start. We see a similar setup, the Blackbeard again on Reynolds. And let's see if they can make it work. We see Nobuk, which has not really proven to be the most valuable pick right here for Chaos, as that self-destruct was negligible against the side of Vitality, especially with already having a Sledge team.
Yep.
Pressure being put down as Bibu roaming around together with Zephyr a bit more up front compared to the rest of the team, holding the angles, and Zephyr not really getting the spot just yet, but Reynolds with the opener onto Bibu, and I believe Zephyr has been spotted, still wants to go for the peak, will try to fight, will down the player, but goes too greedy, and Reynolds is there to finish it off. Player called Snooken will be helped up, and that makes it a 5-on-3 with just a tad of damage being dealt to the side of Chaos. And Vitality, we know you brought back a 2v4 round, but this is a bit too much, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, it's 2 minutes left, so They have so much time to work with. It's basically like, at this time, normally people would only just have entered the building, and they only just entered the building as well, killing already 2 people. Zephyr getting too greedy, thinking nobody was there to assist him, and there was Renaults to just punish that. And now he put more pressure up to Brid, Spark, and Rafaeli's their shoulders. As they will have a 3-on-5 defensive situation now, which they have to fend off again, like last time. Now, that Maestro camera will be sitting there again.
And this is often a stalemate, and we've seen Renault's having some troubles here, and instantly his shield is down, as he does go down to check the angle. Luckily for him, he does not take any damage. It could have been so much worse instantly if he would have gone down a little bit later, as his feet would be susceptible for damage. Now we see the Maestro just chilling around. Shots being fired, and now also another kill coming in. Renault's with a 3rd in this round, and he takes down Brit. There's only 2 players left to find, and he finds a Maestro as a nade. Takes down Ben at 12 HP, and my god, it's going from bad to worse for the side of Vitality. They're losing this first round of overtime, it seems, as Renault says a 4K. Will he get the ace? I hope so for him.
Yes,
and
he
yes,
does.
he will. It's Spark taken down, and Vitality losing the first round in overtime. Chaos bringing it to 6-5.
Renault's going absolutely ham with that Blackbeard, getting an ace, and like those first 2 kills were really important, especially because he saved Snooken, and then just picking him off one by one after, you know, he just clearing out the angle, he's cutting the pie, and well, that face shield definitely helps with that.
And that means now it is map, match, and tournament point for
Once
Chaos.
again.
And can they double their income for this tournament, or will the magic combo of the Lion and Jackal for Vitality come out once again, and will secretly be the man to be hunted down, to be watched, and maybe to be destroyed?
Yeah, will we see secretly actually go to Caveira again? That's my question. Because 2 out of 5 times he went Pils, 3 out of 5 times he went Caveira, so Caveira definitely has his preference. There we go, there comes the 6th pick, and actually going to Caveira, so that's going to be interesting pick. Normally we don't see her, so
it has worked out for him, but then again, you would consider some other operators maybe to have relatively the same impact, but then again, against the Jackal, Caveira might be the best pick to maybe...
Yeah, because you erase footsteps, and you can actually skip scans if you activate your silent stat. As well, if you're of course roaming in the basement, it's going to be so hard for the enemy to hear you if you're using silent stat to get around. So Caveira basically fits this map perfectly for roaming downstairs.
Well, secretly is probably the strongest roamer we have seen this tournament. Has shown us yet again a masterclass, especially on the defensive side for Chaos, taking round after round, getting kill after kill, even with just a pistol on the Caveira. And well, if you can just do that, keep that pressure on, annoy your opponents, you are a force to be reckoned with. Now it is 6-5. Chaos can finish it right here, and the action phase is now starting. Vitality will attack with all of their passion, all of their hate maybe even.
And the possible last 3 minutes just went live. 2:48 on the clock. And Vitality will have one tough one to crack, as they will have to beat this defense. They've done it twice, so it's definitely doable again. But Chaos will have the mental advantage, I would say.
Yeah, and Snooken is now also trying to bring in some vertical play, holding the angle with his shotgun. And inviting the players to come by and, well, be decimated, to say the least.
Yeah, just mildly decimated by the M59 shotgun.
Some beautiful music as secretly is just being as relaxed as can be into a new position, as he's thinking, well, I put all this paint on my clothes, I might want to clean them off, but there is the drone, and now he's actually being spotted out, but he goes into the cellar, as we said before, which is...
Doesn't seem like he matter, he cares.
No,
though.
he's like, oh, I'm in the
so
cellars.
you want D, I'll just run. I mean, I guess come after me if you really want me. He's like baiting them, but they're not buying it. They're like,
Luckily,
we're not going to deal with you.
Otherwise, we'd have the same as we had in the first round. It was the tunnel vision of a lifetime, as we now don't see that Blackbeard coming out. So we again see that angle where Zephyr used to play for Vitality, but now it's Snoeken with that smoke, which is a bit greedy. But it's a tough one to get, as there might be a run out from Secretly as he hears the rappel, but there
I
is
think it's
a
being
player
watched.
holding the angle.
He might be on his drone, actually. I'm not completely sure. Didn't really show that on the outline perfectly. I think he's on his drone. And I think that is Zephyr as well.
And that would be interesting, as there hasn't been there has been only one EO1D being used.
Yeah, he's probably going to use it like the last 30 seconds when the push is going to happen. All the utility will be used to get as many kills on the site as possibly can. Now, Renul's almost picking up Sophia there.
He's holding down the angle as the Legion traps now damage Spark, and he will have to pull it out as Kavira is slowly coming in the flank. Hibana now opens up the walls. There's only 30 seconds left, and they have to move right now. There is no bandit trick coming in, but the impact nade will destroy a lot, and that means there is no entry there. But Spark has the entry frag onto Secretly. It is the Kavira down, but Renaults is of course standing by to refrag, and here is the Lion drone, and here is the biggest Zephyr with one, and is it with two? No! Grips is ready and makes it a 3v3, and there's only 10 seconds on the clock, but Brit comes in. Also the diffuser onto Ravel, and they will try to plant it as Brit is covering fire, but he will die to Grips, and he has low HP as well. He will get down. No, it's Snoeken, and the diffuser has been planted, and still Chaos wins the round and also wins the tournament. What just happened?
They downed Hibana.
With the smoke, I believe. And that means that the winner of this tournament is Chaos. And what a chaotic round as well.
Somehow Smoke killed the planter in the aftermath, like what? Even though he was dead. So, well, GG the Chaos.
That is one way to show you are the boss, and look at those scores. Renul's and Snoeken just doing what they need to do, both with 10+ frags. Same goes for Bibu, but unfortunately his team could not carry the same weight as their opponents could. 7-5 was the score for this last map. And wow, this was a very interesting one.
That was a very close one. I didn't expect it to get this close after the 6-1, 6-2 scoreline.
Same.
But here we are. And, well, it was a good one.
It was indeed a good one. It was a good tournament. We have had some great games, but we also had some great teams who were very receptive of this concept and tried to help us out. And we want to thank them for the cooperation and also joining us for these 2 days. Also, thanks to the casters, the back office right here helping us out, and also Trust Gaming for hosting this venue, letting us be here for 2 days, ruining all of their sleeping schedules and also ruining their weekends. And also, of course, MapBan EU for helping us with the overlay, the ban phase and whatnot. Thank you all for watching, and do follow this channel, as at the end of September the Benelux League Season 2 will start, and it will be streamed right here. Thank you all for watching, and see you then.